I want a sandwich. Now. Oh, sandwich wench. Yo, wench. Sandwich. Now. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. Oh, sandwich wench. I want a sandwich. Sandwich.
Hello everyone! We're streaming on a Sunday, because, yeah. Alright. Welcome back to this. We're doing this. Yes. I forgot to put the thumbnail on the screen. I should have done that. We are going to be looking at... Oh, okay, that was strange. We're going to be looking at the month so far for Amber. The reason why is because this will serve as an opportunity for us to do, let's call it, research, but also try and vaguely make it so that, I don't know, my life is a bit easier, right? Okay. That makes sense. I will hop into a VC, because I think Leona will be joining us at some point, cough, soon. I will, of course, join then. Hello, Leona, of course. Hello, Fubar. Hello, Kat, Stina, Hack, Bry. Hope you're all having a marvellous day today. Hope everyone that joins is too, or watching on playback. Hope you're all doing well. The title of this is Someone Loves Being the Main Character, because she is that. And, yeah, we're going to go into that. Have I got the right stuff here? Why did my phone beep? Oh, it was nothing remotely interesting. It was an email. Okay. Okay, we have the tab. Good. I wanted to make sure that the correct one was ready, because we're going to start with a community post. At the end of December, some rumours started to circulate, and information came to light. A video was released to the public. It wasn't a very good video, by the way. Very grainy. Yeah, that confused me. I have to yawn, don't I? Of course I do. So Amber put up this community post saying, I'm sure everyone knows about the rumours going around when it comes to, quote, walnut. Tommy has contacted the website personally in hopes to get this figured out, because not only is someone trying to impersonate her, but they are trying to make people believe I sell and am part of the feeder community, which I am not and never will be. There has to be some legalities when it comes to stuff like this, because it is defamation, as they are making everyone believe it to be true. Hopefully, that website can provide more information and get that person's page taken down once and for all. Now, she got ratioed in the comments. You notice 254 upvotes. More comments. Okay, and top comment is this one. I need to actually yawn again, apparently. I'm so sorry. Always when I stream. I'm really sorry about that. How can you still call the allegations against Tommy rumours at this point? There is so much physical proof that she was active on those websites and into that type of content. Translate to English, for real, for real. Yeah, okay. So, continuing though, it's Tommy. Tommy did it. No one got into her account. Everyone can see how desperate you are for her to not be a POS, but she is. Nothing you say will change what we see and know. Those websites require ID verification though. Reality is, if it was you two, and there are more videos, they will come to light if what has been said is true. If not, then they won't. Breathe, yes. Right, cool. I'm going to yawn again now. Oh, you dickhead. Me, not you. This point, so when it came to the rumours about the content that was made public, she said it was one or two people. And she claimed one was the person she was trying to be a third wheel with, whose name I've forgotten. Or I think Alexis. She refused to acknowledge it being Tommy. And because of that, people went and did a little dig and realised, yeah, no, it was Tommy. We'll get to more of that soon, don't worry. But we're going to go to the first video released this month, on January the 1st. Now, this is interesting because this is released on January 1st, yeah? Okay. This video is released, well, January 11th. And this is actually right at the start.
Hey guys, welcome.
This is January the 1st. Hi, Verity. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all well. So, I'm really irritated that we're 12 days in and we finally get one video from the 1st of the month. Bish was taking full advantage of the situation to get them views in. Amber looks rough. Well, to be honest, think about this. This video, and this video, and this video, and this video. Oh, hang on, that's Nicocado. And this video, not this video. So 1, 2, 5 videos she's released this month of 6. All 5 of them on the exact same part of the couch. The exact same part. She does absolutely nothing. It's hilarious. And we're going to be, diving into this. Stop yawning, you prick. My apologies. So, we'll put the captions on. We are going to go through all the videos I've got today, including some tweets as well. We're going to up the playback speed because she's too slow. Put the captions on. 3K downvote. Oh, I downvoted this. Cool. Why are you acting like £600 is so far from where you are currently at? This is a good point, because I believe she's on the path to half-ton heifer. I'm so busy, you are literally housebound and don't drive. The only thing you're busy doing is deciding which DoorDash to order. Well, it's only one takeaway a day, though, guys. It's only one. Okay. Let's yawn again, apparently. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ugh. Stop it. Okay. Let's go through this video, and then we'll
Welcome to a new video. So this is part 1 of a 4-part series where I answer 100 of your questions, and I think it's questions I've never answered before. But who knows? I've been on YouTube for 11 years, so...
Bish, okay. She did on her community tab, actually. I'll go there again. On her community tab, she did something, right? She asked for questions. Ask me anything, yeah. 827 questions. I, on this, did actually ask questions. Okay, they're links. That's a lot. Oh, for God's sake, man. You spamming, you loser. Where's mine? Oh. Veronica, whoever you are, you're a prick. Where are mine? Come on. Don't tell me you deleted it. I will scroll and find it. I put like 20 questions. Man. Look at those bullshit. This is terrible. I was hoping to see my questions. I'm so proud of myself. Erica, that was the name, wasn't it? No, I just thought about it. Okay. Oh, I can't see it. I know I... Oh, for fuck's sake, man. How sad is your life that you spam that? Oh, here we go. See, you've added some questions, but those links not good. Nah, don't do that, by the way. I get the feeling my questions have been deleted. This Veronica is a bit obsessed. Oh, look. Are you still obsessed with Erica? Bit ironic from somebody who has left over 100 comments. Hi, Becky. Hello, Earthman Brick. Hello, everyone else that I may have missed. Use Control F. I would, but I'm on the wrong account, so it won't show Omegon comments I left on this. It would only show Moisky Live, and I haven't left any comments on this. I'm going to ignore it now. Okay, but anyway, yeah, loads of comments. We'll get into this.
I don't really remember what I've shared, so I promised you guys that I would upload every...
At this point, Amber, you may not remember what you've shared, but thankfully, the internet's now seen everything you've shared and what you didn't intend to share. Yeah.
other day, and I'm going to be super busy for the next, 10 days or so, and...
Lies!
I'm not going to be able to have time to edit my videos. I will still be filming, though, so I am pre-recording.
Ha! Hang on. She says she didn't have time to edit, but I'm getting so many jump cuts in this. Yeah? Hi, Orla. Hope you're well. And, yeah, I think a lot of people were trying to get her diagnosed with crap, but she won't actually get really diagnosed. She'd rather just say she is. Hi, Laura.
So I figured the best way to do that, to continue my schedule and to give you guys content, is to create this 4-part series. So since there are 100 questions, it is 25 questions per part. So let's get into the first one. So I just want to preface this that I got all of these questions on random social media platforms where I was like, you guys, I'm doing a Q&A on YouTube, send me in your questions. All right, so the first one is, who are your top 5 artists on Spotify Wrapped this year?
How do you find the good questions? This is the better question. How do you find all the good questions that you can then use in video form when you get majority negative comments? How do you find them? Because it's the only way you could ever do this. I would surmise the way she's got the positive ones is not from Instagram or from YouTube. She would have gotten them only from TikTok. Because TikTok is such an echo chamber hug box.
Billie Eilish was my number 1, which is not surprising. Second is Banks, also not surprising. Third is a band called Mansion Air, love them. Fourth, Montel Fish, love him. His music is so good.
So basically, your music is bull crap. Cool. Death Roll with Metal. You're welcome.
The 5th one I'm a little shocked by. It's The Weeknd. How often do you recommend that I wash my hair? So I am no hair doctor over here, but I do know that
you're not a real doctor. You don't listen to real doctors either. If you did, you just stopped. Actually, not. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to carry on.
It's different, so I really don't know what to tell you. But I have noticed that the healthiest hair is if you wash it just a couple times a week. Speaking of hair, I do get this question a lot. Would you ever cut your hair into a bob? Absolutely.
Before she answers that, I have seen conversations on social media about her hair. Not that hair, though. That conversation has filled up my Twitter for far too long, and I don't need to know. But to be honest, if you couldn't, there's no version of this where she can wash herself properly anyway. So don't believe for a second she can maintain anything. All right.
Absolutely not. That is not my style. I don't think it would look good on me. It looks good on other people, but that is...
In about 20, 30 years, it'll look great on you because if you survive that long, you'll look like you belong with a bob.
Not my thing. I love my hair long. That is how I've always loved it. In my early 20s, I did chop it all off. If I can find some photos, I'll post them here. But my hair was down to my butt.
But you said you weren't going to edit the video anyway, minus all the jump cuts. So you're not going to put any pictures in here.
I went into the salon, literally just wanting a hair trim, and I left with my hair to my shoulders, and I cried. Yes, I did. It was the biggest mistake.
I'm sorry, but how's that bad? The only thing bad about that picture is the person with the hair, not the hair itself. Although you look a lot older, actually. Press 1 if anyone agrees with me here. You look older in the picture where you're younger than you do with the filters and the makeup you do currently.
Will never do it again. Have you ever been to Disneyland? I have. I've been twice. Both times I went, I was 17. So if you guys remember me sharing, my foster mother passed away recently, and it was actually that foster.
I'm not saying she's not wrong, Ola. I'm just pointing out that for someone to talk about doctors, even though hair doctor is an interesting one, you're just being pedantic. She's just being pointless. Her advice is redundant. No one's going to listen to her anyway. Because it's Amber.
That made that dream come true for me. I know this is going off on something completely different, but a lot of people have heard me talk a lot of bad things about foster care because I do have a lot of bad experiences in foster care. I will not.
Shut up, Amber. I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm saying at this point no one cares to believe you. Because if you want to make that all about your experience in your life, your hook, your identity, then you're failing to grow up. You've never actually properly addressed the trauma you claim to have gone through. And I don't believe it for a second, by the way. Because the moment one of your foster parents died, you were weeping about it, making it such a big deal about yourself. Because main character syndrome.
Deny that, but there are some positives as well, and that is one of them. Are you going to continue sharing fan art? No, not in that way, because it was just something I wanted to add as...
You were padding out your videos because they weren't long enough. Yes, we know.
The part of Vlogmas that I thought was really fun, and I enjoyed doing it.
No, you wanted to get it over 8 minutes because you were struggling to before, because you and Tommy spent most of your time when you were in Wisconsin arguing.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
If they're like last year's, I remember last year's. Last year's was to lose weight, was to upload every other day. Those were the two main ones. She put on weight and barely uploaded.
Honestly, normally I have a whole list of resolutions and goals and things I want to succeed at, and I never follow through with any of them. So I think it's just really easy and manageable if I sit here and say I just want to improve as a person, whether that's mentally, physically, spiritually. Like, I am very into the universe, and I believe that the universe and me are connected. I know that sounds weird.
Is that because you have your gravity and you've been pulling it towards you? I don't think that counts. No offense intended here, Amber, but you're not a spiritual person. You're a trivializing person. You tokenize, you take for granted. The moment something doesn't work out for you, you're off it. It's why you were terrified of storms, and then when you were with Wipey, you became a pluviophile.
some people, but that's okay. Like, I really just want to be like just a better person in general, and I know I can start that.
Well, that's not going to work, is it? Especially this month. Jeez. The feeder allegations, resenting Alexis. Like, honestly, the title of this video alone does you no favors.
Anytime, and I have definitely improved over the years, but 2025 I really do want to focus more on like the therapy aspect and like improving my
Hi,
health
Dark Moon.
aspect. Not really like set out flat out goals, more so just every day, even if it's just me being 1% better than I was the day before. What was your favorite and least favorite part of Vlogmas this year? So
Being in Wisconsin would undoubtedly be your least favourite, and your best part would be for you losing Rarity. I'm guessing this because you're going to say Rarity was the worst part, and leaving Wisconsin as the worst part, but getting through it would be the best part, right? Don't try us, because we all know you definitely don't feel any regret or remorse about losing your cat.
easily my least favorite was the beginning. It was highly saturated in the fact
Oh, so it wasn't losing Rarity. Oh, I'm actually somewhat surprised you didn't say that.
that I was going through a lot of mental health and heartbreak because I was missing Rarity while also being attacked.
Oh, there we go.
Because I was neglectful
There we go.
in a situation where it was never my intent. Accidentally leaving.
Yes, it was. No, don't try and say it wasn't your intent to be neglectful. At this point, you've always been neglectful. And the best example of it is you. You are the best demonstration, the avatar of your neglect. Because you have neglected your own health for years. People in my chat are talking about your split ends because they can see them. You neglect yourself in every respect. And you have done because you're so selfish by nature. You can try and fob it off and say, but I care really. No, no one believes you because you're Amber Lynn Reed.
That door open literally altered my life in the worst way possible. And not only was I being attacked for a mistake that literally broke me and shattered me, I was being told that I was lying about the situation.
You were.
Which I wasn't. And I was also being told that a cat that was found deceased was Rarity, which definitely was not the case either.
Well, where's Rarity then? At this point, tell the truth and tell everyone where the cat is. Because I don't believe, now at this point especially, we're talking Wisconsin here, there's no way your cat's alive. I'm sorry. If your cat was found and taken in, great. But it's so unlikely. It's more likely you'd lose weight. Don't lie to yourself and fob it off as the truth to your audience. It's not going to work. Your cat's dead and it's because you failed. And because you suck.
So it was a lot at once while already going through...
No. It wasn't a lot at once. Now this is where the main character syndrome comes in. Because you then, at this same time, during the month, you made it all about yourself because of other things going on with other people and their problems. You made it about yourself. You added their problems to yourself when they weren't your problems to begin with, to make it all about you. You're the person from the meme of the person stood in front of a burning building taking a selfie. That's you. You're the person taking the photo. Because look at me. And yeah, I hope Rarity... I feel bad for Rarity in every respect. Honestly.
mental health problems, but I noticed once I handled the Rarity situation privately instead of like...
I'm sorry, what? Handled the Rarity situation private? Bitch! That doesn't change anything. Oh my god, you're so fucking moronic.
broadcasting every single 2 seconds if there's an update or not, I noticed the backlash and the rumors lessened.
They haven't lessened. People have just realised your cat's dead and moved on.
And that definitely helped with my mental health and my heartbreak, to be honest.
No one cares about your mental health or your heartbreak. Because your heartbreak would be undoubtedly just indigestion. And your mental health is entirely of your own creation. Don't try us with this nonsense. This drivel you force feed your audience. The fact that you're still pushing this bullshit and you're doing better on views in January, which is quite impressive, but they're only turning up because they want to hear the lies. They want to hear all of this covered. I love that Rarity's not in the title. You are talking about Rarity after you swore you would never talk about Rarity on this channel again. Yet you kept on doing it. You baited your audience out and now you've given it some air. I have no doubt of these comments down here, nearly 1,000 of them, I guarantee lots of them are like, you're an absolute cunt.
I would say the best part of Vlogmas was the fact that I completed it, and instead of letting my...
See, I knew that part. I knew she was going to say that. See, I'm smirked. Can you tell? Smash the like. Thank you.
depression stopped me from decorating for Christmas like it did last year. I said, screw that. We're gonna decorate.
No. You didn't decorate last year because everything reminded you of Wipey. I remember that. Not last year, the year before, right? She's saying last year because she's recording ahead of time.
For Christmas because I feel like that'll actually help my mood, and it genuinely did. Have you ever had a boyfriend before? Yes, I've had multiple boyfriends, but it was all like when I was a teenager and a kid, never as an adult. No. Have you ever considered digital planning? No, never, because I really love physical.
I feel sorry for those men.
Planners. I love physically writing.
Problem you good pause face. The problem you have with the planner thing is you spend far too much money on something that can just be done on your phone, setting alarms, alerts, and well, actually, you have on Android or on Apple, you have a calendar, and you can go into that and set times for things. It's not overly complicated. I will admit I have a physical one, but mine costs like £1. That's it. Yours costs $60.
For the longest, I was reading so many novels, and I was reading like the physical books, and then
What was that? Oh,
Laura donated £40.96.
thank you, Laura.
This person doesn't deserve pets or any kind of companionship.
I fully agree with you. 100% I agree with you. And I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Smash it. A $60 planner is insane. Yes, that's incredibly generous, Laura. But yeah, I can't stand this because she's a hoarder. She has to have physical everything. I do like physical copies of most things I have, but not to the amount she has, right? If she got into hobbies that I'm into, I can imagine she'd have hundreds more of everything than I have. I appreciate that, Laura. That's incredibly generous.
people were like, you should try Kindle, you should try Kindle. So then in my brain, I was like, you know what, let me try Kindle, because there's like this cute little small Kindle that I ended up buying. I was like, it's so adorable. And I realized it's just not for me. I feel like some things...
Is that because you can't deal with it because your hands... Is it arthritis, perhaps?
For me, I just can't do technology-based. That's reading and also, you know, planning.
The thing is, you can do all of that while you're on the toilet, which is a handy spot for you to be because it's pretty much where you spend most of your day. And you have to get up and get more books. You don't have to write in it. You can highlight parts, though, which is handy if you know how to do it.
Those are things I just enjoy doing, like physically with a book, with the pen, etc., etc. Do you resent Alexis for bringing up the crumble cookie video? Honestly, no. It's really not that big
We'll get to more of that later.
of a deal to me. I'm an adult. I'm a sexual human being. I'm very sex
No.
positive, not a prude, pretty open book. So I don't really care, actually.
Not as open book. No, you're now an open book. You are now an open book. And I say that because I still have the video. I wonder if I can go and get it. If I come back here a second, if I can go find the meme video. Is it on this computer though, or is it on my PC? Random clips. Oh, I don't think it is on this computer, is it? I have a video basically from years ago where Amber was memed to high hell, and she talks about her sex life, but she talks about it in such a prudish way that no one believed she at that time with Becky was actually getting any. And the way it's said, they say when she talks about sex life, she goes sex life in such a like to the side, looking away, looking also a bit down, and it's hilarious. I thought it was one of the funniest videos when she does joke gorals and ooh, 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 this vehicle is reversing kind of stuff, right?
What I care about is people behind my back being creepy and sending it to reaction channels. Now that's weird. And I'm very...
I'll be honest. They would have found it anyway. Because the moment that video turned up on any forum, right, and by the way, yes, her videos are not in focus, if you noticed. The moment they would have been found on a forum, everyone would have known about it.
very glad that Alexis never did that. What moment in the last couple of years
We'll question that later.
made you grow the most as a person? Living alone. Absolutely. The first time I ever...
Bitch, you may have lived alone, but you were never alone. Because you were last year, 2024, was Skanklin Reed. That's what it was. The whole year was just Skanklin Reed. You were hoeing it up. You were third wheeling it. You were basically talking to every tomboy you could get hold of, right? Oh, fair enough. Once I finish this video, I'll hop into I'll unmute on Discord. Great to have you join us. Yeah, you can't try me with this nonsense that you were alone, because you weren't really alone. And by the way, these vlogs, what you're doing, these video logs of yours, they're the most weak tier attempt at a vlog anyone could do, because you're not really vlogging. You're just You're just sat there talking. You're not adding content. You're just rambling in front to your iPhone. I assume you wrote down the majority of the questions, or have them on a tablet, an iPad perhaps.
Ever lived alone was when I was 32, and I'm now 34. I'm telling you, I genuinely believed in my soul for a majority of my life that I had to live with someone, that that's the only way I was going to be happy.
You are. The only time you're actually happy is when you live with someone and they are subservient to you. You are happiest when you had Destiny and then Becky at your beck and call. Like, you straight up, and I say then Becky, please don't be that person to correct. Say, it's Beck now. Thank you. I know, I understand. Thank you. The point still stands. You were never happy with Wipey. You tried to be, but you weren't. And when you were in Wisconsin, you spent the entire time crying. I love the pause I've gotten, by the way, because this is actually a really apt, like, proof of misery. Also, I can actually, without it might be why you're not in focus. What filters is Amber using here? Because I showed showed a picture of her younger self, and she looked older, right? I wonder what filter she's using here, because this is, I can see it. It has me wonder.
Because I was always scared to be alone. But you guys, I'm telling you, I thrive when I live by myself. I absolutely...
Based on your content, I don't believe that to be the case.
Love it, and it's helped me grow as a person 100%. If you could go
grow as a person, which way? Horizontally, I could agree.
back and never have made YouTube videos, would you? No, I absolutely would have still done YouTube. I probably would have just done it differently. I know the YouTube game, I know what people want, but I also know that there are things I have said and done online that I would have never done, because I now, as a 34-year-old woman, I have learned from those things and learned from...
Oh, okay. So I guess since you know that the majority of people only really care about you when you do mukbangs, and you won't do them, you think that the audience want this instead. Okay. You sound like a corporation or a government trying to force feed you something they've not asked for.
For my mistakes. Do you plan on seeing Wicked? I have never seen like the original Wicked, but with the clips I've seen of the new one, it genuinely looks pretty interesting. So yes, I do
Thank you.
plan on watching it. What is the last thing you ate? I had Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, sorry.
And I got boneless chicken. The sauce I got on there was Asian Zing. I really like their boneless chicken because it's dry, and even the pieces...
Ew. Okay, I'm just going to ask chat, do you prefer your chicken dry, or do you prefer it nice and moist? Because I don't like dry chicken. I don't like dry meat at all. If meat is dry, to me, it's a pain, because then I have to use more gravy or sauce of some kind. I don't like sauce. Gravy's fine, but sauce, no. Right? I think dry meat is bad for the most part. I say for the most part because some pedantic prick is going to say, but this kind is fine. Thank you. You know what I mean, right?
This is a chicken that I normally would never go for, which are like kind of like the bigger pieces. They're still dry. I'm like, okay, pop
Hang on, but you have food anxieties. Why'd you go for something you don't normally go for?
off. And I've never once seen like a weird piece of chicken. So if you're weird about chicken, but you enjoy like a good boneless wing, I highly recommend Buffalo Wild Wings. And I also got potato wedges from there. What was the real reason you went back to Oklahoma and didn't stay in Wisconsin? Because
you lost your cat, didn't want to take responsibility for it, knew your cat was dead, arguing with Tommy every day, you put on more weight, you were this close, like pinch your fingers close together to being bedbound, which meant you would have been stuck there at the beck and call as a weighted blanket for Tommy. Sorry, Emily.
I have a whole ass apartment. I have a whole life here. I love my apartment.
You do, but you were happy to give it up for 3 months. So I think your lease was up and you needed to renew it. Just give me a second, I need to get a cable to charge my tablet. I just realised I can't see chat without it. So I need to just quickly put that on charge and make my life easier, basically. Right, yes, dry meat is bad. I agree. I actually do agree. I can't stand it. Right, that's on. Let's put this on charge. And we'll be very... Oh, don't fall over. I don't give you permission to do that. Thank you. Put that there like that. It's better I can see everything. It has to be... It does, chav. And I'll say it that way when we continue to smash the bar, of course. Right, continuing.
I love living alone. I do
No,
believe
you don't.
that Tommy as a person is my home, but in a
Lol, no, you don't.
responsible way, I belong here.
I swear Tommy's become the boogeyman in her life. Like, she's using Tommy as this is the ideal whammon for me, which is basically a tomboy. I'm going to say tomboy because I want to say something more insensitive and I'll get into trouble if I did.
Right now. So that is why we're currently in a long distance relationship, but I do see us
Stops arguing.
moving in together in the future. How did you even
Lol. No. There's no way you move to Wisconsin, so unless you two find a state together, but that means Tommy ditching Tommy's job, it's unlikely.
hold that snake? Because it honestly looked so terrifying. That's what my mom said, but I love snakes. I've always loved snakes. I will say it was exhilarating because it is a huge snake. It is by far the biggest snake I have ever held in my life, but I wasn't scared. I don't know. Did you really think that Jordy was stalking you? No, absolutely not.
Yeah, you did. Come on, bitch. I heard some of the shit you said to him.
I never once thought that. Was there a particular reason you stopped sharing your weight? So as you guys know, I have done Ozempic /
It's because you've got 600 pounds and there's no way you've gotten managed to a level where your current scales go up to 550. You'll be able to recognize your weight.
semaglutide twice. The first time I did it, when I stopped, I gained so much weight so freaking fast.
Yeah, because you were using it solely as a cheat code. You weren't actually losing weight. You were just using a cheat to remove weight, but because you didn't change your habits away from it, you were going nowhere. If someone else took, a gym rat took semaglutide, they'd lose a little bit of weight, yeah, but they're a gym rat, they don't need it. You don't need it either, to be fair. You just need to stop being a fat cow. A lazy one at that, I might add. You actually need to put your feet on the floor and waddle your way around a block 20, 30 times a day. Ignore the pain, push through the pain. Anything worth doing is worth doing, and it's going to be painful to do, so do it. Silly bish.
I had a weird feeling it was going to happen again, and I tried really hard not to let it happen, but sadly, I didn't try hard enough. It is very common that once you
We know you didn't. You're wider than you were last year.
stop taking it, you gain your weight back. So normally, I wouldn't have cared to share that, because I've always shared that. But then all of a sudden, all of these rumors about my girlfriend were happening that were not true, because that is not the way our relationship is. I knew
It is, but you refuse to accept it. See, you're like Chantel with her inability to accept her husband is not real and that every time she leaves the country, she's going on a visa run. You're so desperate to control the narrative, and hello, Red Crayon, hope you're well. You're so desperate to control the narrative that you're willing to present the lie as if truth because you want everyone to believe that everything is hunky-dunky for you.
that if I came on here and said, I'm gaining weight because that's how the cookie crumbles, no pun intended, people would automatically blame her when ultimately it was my doing and it's the pattern that I've had my whole life since I was literally like 10 years old when I had my first diet. It was just easier for me not to
I feel like that's bait to draw me in on the being 10 years old and going for a diet. Hi Shirk, hope you're well. Would toast be considered dried? Oh, hang on, that's already gone. Oh, I missed it, cat.
I want to protect and cherish the people in my life that I care about. The rumors about Tommy are not true. Are you excited or nervous?
Are they though at this point? I'm sorry, but there's too much. Oh, roast. I had a roast dinner earlier, and roast dinners generally aren't dry, if done properly anyway. The rumors about Tommy / Emily are mostly verifiably true now.
To try semaglutide again. I'm definitely both excited and nervous, and I will definitely share more of that as I talk more about my journey.
Bish, you're not going to do anything. You're not going to lose any weight long term. You're going to short term lose a little. You're going to get back with Tommy when you have a chance to hang out. You'll put on more weight because Tommy's a feeder, and you love to eat. We know you do. You won't show that though anymore, even though that would make you more money.
You ever think we're actually 600 pounds? I'm telling you, human to human, face to face, like I know you're not here, but I'm acting as if you are. If I was 600 pounds, I would not be able to move.
Yeah, sorry. No, you're 600 pounds. Stina, you don't believe that she thought... Yeah, that's true. I think she was after some almost Doc's territory information. Have to hit the road soon off. Well, good luck with your journey, I believe, to college, is it? Yes, or wherever it was you're moving to. Narnia? Yeah.
I'm saying that based on like knowing how I feel now at the weight that I am. If I was 600 pounds,
How much do you weigh then? Like, prove that. If you want to try and espouse any drivel about being not 600 pounds, prove it. Because you're a weight loss channel and a non-vlogger, a recap channel, that proves nothing. Do not assert anything in the online space, because especially with those who've had receipts on you since the dawn of your channel's time.
I would not be able to fit in my mother's car, let alone go and do things and walk around stores and go to bingo. It would not be happening. Can you show your watch time on TikTok and Instagram? Sure. When someone asked this question, I screenshotted it just so I could remember, because my memory is shit. I don't really go in
Language, bish.
TikTok and Instagram, as you can see. It does show on Friday that I was on TikTok for a bit more than usual. It's because I was gathering these questions.
Why do I care about this?
What has been the hardest part to overcome with having BPD? A lot.
Lol. Okay. Right in the chat, has she been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, or is she saying she has it? Or is she saying she's been diagnosed but has never proven anything? So this is the problem we got. She says she has many things, and looking to the side talking about this, I had no favours, this pause game is perfect. The problem she's got is she says and asserts she has all these different problems, but her behaviour, her attitude, her actions in content and live stream do not lend credence to her claims of being anything she says beyond super morbidly obese. Yeah? So, as far as I'm concerned, you don't have BPD, you just use it as a hook because you need main character. And main characters have a redemption arc at some point. A hero arc, right? Hi Dessa, hope you're well. Hope you're smashing it at the gym today, or whenever you went last.
And I don't know if I've actually overcome any of it. So I'm kind of going to rewrite the question and ask it as if, like, what's the hardest part about having BPD? It's the fact that you cannot regulate your emotions. Sometimes it feels physically impossible. Like during a BPD episode, which are actually sometimes called BPD tantrums, and that's not like in a rude...
I mean, I know you have tantrums, but sorry, but you don't have any personality, so I can't believe you have borderline personality disorder.
Way or whatever. It sounds rude because it's like a tantrum. Like, calm down now. Like, I'm not for a tantrum, but that is just what it's called. So during those episodes, my rational
I can understand having a tantrum like Chantel when she gets the wrong food delivered.
self is still in here. She is like screaming at me, Amberlynn, stop. Amberlynn, calm down. Amberlynn, it's gonna be okay. Regulating those emotions and calming down, it literally feels like someone
Literally, huh?
is telling you, you have to travel outside into space, and I want you to carry the world on your shoulders.
You are not Atlas, don't try us. Because at the moment the world is Atlas holding your weight up.
That's not possible. It truly feels impossible to regulate your emotions, and I'm fully aware that DBT therapy can help with that. So another answer I have is having BPD makes everything feel more extreme than the average. Like,
No offense intended, and this might sound slightly sexist, but you sound like my sisters, and none of them have BPD. There are certain types of people, male and female, who cannot behave within an area that is grey. They cannot do nuance. It's not within their mindset. You're trying to act as if that inability is borderline personality disorder. No, it's basically some moron who doesn't have social skills. That's what it is. You have no interpersonal skills. I know you don't, by the way, because when you meet up with people, even if they're your, quote, friends, your social anxiety and try-hard behaviour when you went out clubbing gave you away as somebody who does not have any social skills. When I go out, I know to keep my mouth shut until I've got a feel of the room. I made sure to do that when I went to the whiskey distillery tour earlier this year. When I met up with David's friends last year on a boat, I'd never met them before. I bided my time, played it safe, and when I was invited to conversation, I then jumped. You don't have that ability. You don't have it in you. That doesn't mean you have borderline personality disorder. It just means you suck. Boomer.
Like the average person, they would say, yeah, I feel happy. Well, when we're happy, people with BPD, it feels euphoric. A regular person would feel angry.
Yeah. It's because it's called, there's another name for it. It's not borderline personality disorder. It's called being selfish across the board.
Angry. Us, we feel burning rage. Regular person feels sad. We literally feel like we're mourning the death of someone we have loved our entire lives. Everything feels so strong, and like we're sensitive to like everything. So
you're not sensitive. You're a tryhard. Don't try us.
So our moods switch really quickly. Like a lot of people get bipolar and borderline personality disorder mixed up because we both have mood shifts. So people with bipolar, their moods will change on days or weeks basis, while people with BPD like me, our moods will change multiple times a day.
yeah, it's based on a few key factors. The most obvious one being your blood sugar level. It's kind of common. It's not bipolar. It's not borderline either, for that matter. You're not diagnosed unless you're willing to show the proof of diagnoses. So your web portal page. I don't believe you have a borderline personality disorder. I don't believe it. I don't believe my chat believes it. And yeah, she's still active on TikTok. I knew that. I checked that recently. If you believe... hello, Lindy. Hope you're well, by the way. If you believe she has BPD, press 1. If you do not, press 2. And if you're a loser, press literally everything else. Yes, I put that on purpose because I know someone's going to do it, and I want them to know ahead of time. Because I want accurate information here, folks. Yes. And I'm going to rub my eye while I wait. That's better. Oh, there, Shuck. You got it. I knew you'd get there. Oh, excuse me. Oh, we'll also do one. There you go. She has something, but I don't know what. It might be an STD, to be fair.
Sometimes even multiple times an hour. It's exhausting for us, and I'm sure it's very exhausting for...
Is that why you never leave your couch? Because all these videos are filmed on your couch. I could believe you just changed your shirt for the videos, and that was it, and just filmed them all back to back. Although there is a 4-parter, so I guess you could have just done that. As somebody that has to use their voice in a more controlled manner, I can't do this. Although these videos aren't that long, they're not even 15 minutes. So I'm kind of curious here. And you didn't edit much yet. There's loads of there's a fucking boatload of jump cuts.
The people around us as well. Would you be able to be in a sexless relationship? No.
Yes, you are in one. You've been in multiple, in fact.
No. This girly pop has done that before, and she will never do it again. When I'm...
Yeah, about that. So a lot of your there's been discussions on social media about your sex life and parts of your anatomy that I didn't want discussed or to see discussed anywhere. And then I saw it being discussed, and I was disgusted. Didn't Beck out the no sex thing, or was it someone else? I think Beck did. Yeah.
With the right one, I am like a sex machine. What am I saying right now?
Oh, we know you are, but not. No. I think you're. How do I put it? You're that giddy virgin who thinks that the first time is always the time you finally get it. Yeah, I think that's it. I think Destiny did too. Yeah, I think Destiny did as well. If memory serves, there are some. I know that there's something about Beck later that we've got something as well. A Karina Kaboom video we can look at.
Oh, what is a rumor about you that is 100% not true, girl?
Let's see. The rumor: you're 600 pounds. You'll say it's not true, but you are. Rarity's alive. Prove it. Semaglutide will work because you've changed your ways. You're on 1 takeaway a day. Only one, everyone. You actually build the Lego. You vlog with anyone because you actually put effort into your content. You and Tommy are a real couple and not totally a fake, and they're probably being bought and paid for like Salah to be in the content.
Oh, do you have all day? Because I have a whole list, but for the sake of video purposes...
I wouldn't bother wasting your time with that list because we all know it's basically just your poetry.
And time purposes and time crunches. There is a few in particular that I would love to mention, but these are things that I promised myself I would never speak about again online. So we're going to skip over those and move on.
Shut up. Just say it and move on with your life, you silly fat... Carry on.
Else. I'm going to choose something that is like currently happening. 2 things actually. 1, it is 100% not true. I am not a feedie. I am not...
Oh, you are. You are. I'm sorry. But when you were with Destiny, you got bigger. When you were Beck, you were then Becky. You were bedbound. You were a feedie. You were in control because you were making so much money back then as well. When you were with YP, you tried not to be, but you needed to be because you couldn't lose any weight. And now you're with someone. Now you're with someone who is a known feeder, who has been, let's say at this point, proven to be the person uploading your videos. Yeah. You are definitely their weighted blanket. Hello, Chris Gilroy. Hope you're well. Yawn more. Don't do that. That's just cruel. That you are such a feedie. I'm sorry. You are an absolute smeghead, all right?
Any feeder relationship. That is not what's happening here. 2, the fact that some people actually believe this.
And I know no one's saying she should go cold turkey. We're just pointing out that she has takeout every day. She's not doing anything to improve her situation.
Sick. But there are people who believe that I let Rarity out on purpose to
I could believe it.
stay in Wisconsin longer. Tommy.
You were there for 3 months. You said it was a short stay. It was 3 months. We only found out about Rarity because by chance, to be fair. And then you milked it like there was no tomorrow in Vlogmas with videos that were recorded ahead of time, to the point you were 5 days ahead, meaning you took more time off. You are an absolute dosser loser that genuinely cannot for a moment say you didn't do it on purpose. Because let's not forget here, you were there for 3 months. You knew how to make this. If your cat's an indoor cat, not an outdoor cat, you knew how to avoid it. And thank you for being here, Shirk. The hatching end of it. Oh yeah, on Wednesday on the main channel I turn 30-something. Swing by, everyone, and give me your money. Yeah, no, don't try us with this, Amber. You had 3 months there, okay? 3 months, you did nothing except lose a cat and argue with Tommy all day and record feeder content to sell. Because, and I kind of get it, actually. You weren't making any content, you needed to make money somehow. So why don't you just own up to the fact that you are moving into the adult industry in your own little way and get off your high horse? The poor thing needs a rest.
He didn't want me to leave. Tommy said I am welcome there forever. Rarity is my heart, my soul, my best friend, my everything.
No, she's not, Amber. Don't look the camera dead in the eye and say that you care about your cat, because nothing you've done proves it. If Rarity is everything, you would never have left. Oh, but it's so cold. Oh, it's so cold. Bitch, no. You stopped caring because your cat's dead. It's been months. Don't try and tell us that she is your heart and soul, your friend, everything. No, don't try us with this. Okay? You did not even look for her. You were sat in a pickup truck, right? While Tommy handed out flyers after work. I'm sorry. When I was given a dog a few years ago, old man I knew, lovely guy, and I got Black Cavalier. She's an escaper. If she gets out, I'm the one that chases her down the road. She's done it once. Simple as that. She's fast. I'm faster. My dog, Wizzy Woo, she's 13 this year. She goes out the front and she will not come back to me because she's deaf, and also because she's excited, but she doesn't run away. She just walks away. So I go and get her, you know. If any of our pets here go missing, I will find them, because that's my job. You wouldn't, because you have inhibited your health to the point you can't stand up long enough to go and look. And by the way, the area you were in isn't the biggest area, which means you failed on a monumental level. So don't try us with this bullshit. She's not your everything, she is your nothing. She was an accessory that you want used for content.
I would have never in a million years done that. And if you know me in person, you would know that to be true. But that's what people do. They create these really disgusting rumors about me and just like, hold on.
I'll be honest, they did you a favour because you had more views then than you'd had in a while.
To them for your life. I know nothing I say will ever change anyone's opinion, but for the sake
It's because you lie.
of answering the question, there's your answer. All right, you guys, so that is part
That was rubbish. I'm humiliated by this nonsense display. Humiliated. I'm embarrassed for you. You should be ashamed of yourself. Let's go back here a second. Hi.
Hi.
Sup?
Not much.
Cool. Right. I need to
You
screen
make
share
me
you, don't
mad.
I need to screen share, don't I?
You make me mad.
We don't do baby talk here.
He's very much having a moment. He needs help.
We're not doing baby talk here. This is a cereal channel. Very
I'm
cereal.
talking to you. Cereal. Must be cereal.
Yeah.
Be cereal. Let me get my spoon.
So we're gonna go here, guys. Black screen because I've just tabbed out. This video is titled I'm being fetishized, being portrayed as a villain, and Trisha Paytas is a liar. This is part 2 of the series, part 3 and part 4. But there is a part, it's kind of like a part 5, I guess, because it's on the same couch, and because I genuinely believe she just took more clothes off as the videos went by. I do think she just did this one after the other.
Didn't she used to do that? And because she didn't change clothes, people called it out, and she started changing clothes then.
Oh, she's still doing it. Like, there's no version she's not. Are you in watching? Or
usually
not?
You can tell by accessories. I'm watching. Accessories and hair. Usually you can tell.
She's in this. I believe she has actually quickly brushed her hair to one side and vaguely changed. I think she just took the thing off the. If I go back a second. Yeah, I think she's changed the top, and that's it. She doesn't look too different, to be honest. Yeah, no. Not much different, really.
Yep.
Just
Not
someone
really.
that's someone who's just had their food. Oh, she changed the cushion arrangement briefly as well. Okay, same spot though with all the cushions, because she can only sit on one part, perched at the end, because her ass is a shelf. Okay.
Welcome to a video. Welcome to part 2 of a 4-part series where I answer 100 of your questions, 25 questions per part. So the reason why I'm doing
Lazy.
in this 4-part series is because I promised you guys that I would upload every other day, but I'm going to be busy for the next 10 days, so I'm not going to have time.
What are you going to do 10 days, though, Amber? Saying you're busy for the next 10 days is one thing, but what are you actually doing? Are you maybe putting on the monocle and investigating the hate crime committed against you, where people found out you're into feeder?
To edit, but I will have time to film. So these videos are going to help keep the schedule up, get you guys content, and for me to keep my promise. I also want to do a disclaimer. I got these questions from several different social media platforms where I said,
no, you got it from Instagram and TikTok, because you definitely didn't go to YouTube. I scrolled through those. There's no version of this where you went to the YouTube ones, because there's nothing positive there for you to answer with.
I know. I saw. Lindy, I hope you feel better soon.
Oh, please feel better. Oddly enough, I think David might be getting ill here as well, which is hilarious.
Hey y'all, I am doing a Q&A. Send me in your questions. Alright, let's get into it. First one is, did you finish the jar of poisoned olives? So as you guys...
Yes, you did. Did you finish the jar of olives? Yes. Is it food? Yes. It's like, did she finish the Taco Bell that's on the thumbnail? Of course she bloody did. Even the piece she thought was a bit hinky, no, she went for it. The moment the camera was off, she's like, well, it looks like a snack. Nom 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 nom.
You guys know I was having anxiety because my new thing of olives didn't pop, and it's supposed to pop.
Oh, shut up.
When you open the jar, that means, you know, fresh goodness.
My little dog likes to wander in the woods sometimes, so we have to make sure to keep an eye on her. So when I grew up with a Springer Spaniel as a child, where I grew up in a place called Smallfield, all the fields, she'd run through them, and we couldn't get her back because she's a Springer. So I would have to stay there with Mum, and we would spend hours trying to catch her. And I was like 6-7 years old. I couldn't run as fast as like a 1-year-old Springer Spaniel. Okay, those dogs can move. And so it got to the point where we both left the field, and she's finally like, oh, they're not chasing me anymore, I'll come back then.
It didn't pop, so my anxiety said that it was poisoned and it was molded over. I was having so much anxiety, but like I wanted to stare anxiety in the face and fear in the face and say, you know what, I'm stronger than you. So I started eating the olives, but then there was a reaction channel that was like,
KEEF.
Do not use those olives, do not eat those olives. Like that jar was supposed to pop, like it didn't pop, like don't get sick. She scared me, so now, no, I'm not eating the poisoned olives.
Hang on. Do you say reaction channel? Why are you watching the reaction channels, you silly bitch? Also, you say you're not eating the poison olives. That's because you finished them.
Have you ever ridden a bike? Oh yes, when I was a kid.
That's not an image I need in my head.
I was always outside. I really wanted to escape my home, let's be real. I swam, I rollerbladed, roller skated.
Bubbles, I have two. Well, I have two cavaliers, the females. I have Lizzie next to me. She's brown and white, and in the house Sizzles, who is black and brown, who is ADHD in dog form.
I had a scooter. I had an electric scooter at one time. Well, it wasn't electric. It ran on gas. Is that electric? I don't know. Then I started doing dances and dancing routines, and I was part of dance groups. I did sports, soccer, softball. Like, I was always...
Things I don't ever want to imagine as her being a cheerleader.
Outside. You wouldn't think so now, because look at me. But yes, riding a bike was definitely part of that.
Yeah, 600 pounds does put people off, doesn't it?
What's your nationality? So on my dad's side, Polish and Irish. On my mom's side, Portuguese and French. Would you ever try being vegan?
How about this, Amber? You're none of that. You're just American, you silly bitch. I love it. If you're I know you Americans, you like to latch onto your heritage as a thing, but we English don't give a crap. We really don't. You're either English, Welsh, Scottish, Irish, Northern Irish, you're a terrorist. If you're not Irish, that is. And if you're Irish and you took offence to that, that's because you can't take a joke. Please don't bomb my house. As far as I'm concerned, I don't care what your nationality is. You're just American. You're a damning statement for what American is to many people outside of the US, i.e. super morbidly obese and greedy.
Again, no.
Yep.
Absolutely not. Because I would fail. I would not be able to be satisfied. I'm just being 1,000% honest. Call me selfish. It is selfish. I just won't be able to do it. I know that I won't. What's your least favorite Billie Eilish song? That question is...
Oh, I saw this. Okay, so I know Geordie replied to... Lordy, it's Geordie. He did a response to this part, and he went and found a song called Skinny by Billie Eilish, and he said, that's your least favourite song. I saw that on Twitter, and I cried with love. I don't know any of her songs. I know nothing about her. My sister asked me to go get some Billie Eilish songs to put on my niece's MP3s, and I'm like, I don't know who she is. Give me a list of songs, I'll go buy them, and then I'll put them on the MP3s for you, you know. But I think she got paid for them herself, and I'm like, alright, I guess I don't need to do it then, do I? But Skinny was the one that he went with. I don't know what that is. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if she's a good artist. I don't care to find out either. I just know that Amber's obsessed with her and the perfumes as well, which I've seen in my town in like a discount like perfume shop called Savers. They're not exactly I don't know, they just look interesting, but I don't think they have the substance to back it up. They don't sell very well in my town either, which seem better.
Yeah.
Huh?
I think I said that. Hack.
Hack.
H-A-K.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi.
Hello, Hack. Carrying on.
So rude. I genuinely don't know. Like, I love every song she's ever done. I know every single word of every single song, like some obsessive person. I love every song.
Yeah, not some obsessive person, Amber. You are the obsessive person. Everything you latch onto. I can imagine if you got into random hobby, insert it here, you would be on it in every video. Yeah, I just don't want it to be anything I like. Thank you. Also, what's with the oddish next to you?
But if I had to like put them in order, maybe I didn't change my number. Oh, I feel bad even saying that, but I still love the song. Shh. Do you still spray Pam on the food? So if you guys don't know, years ago, I was making some salmon. I seasoned it like a normal person, sprayed some Pam on top, what I considered like a normal...
What is Pam?
Spray can of like, I think it's vegetable oil, cooking oil, like in a spray can, kind of.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you need to, with salmon, when you cook it, do you need
You
to...
don't.
Right, so I know you don't,
don't.
but over here we don't, but I don't know if it's an American thing.
Yeah. No, she got drugged for that. People don't do that. You don't spray the Pam on the actual food.
You use it on the pan, don't you?
Yeah, you use it on the pan.
Okay,
You
so
don't she put it on the... I remember that she actually put it on the salmon itself.
So I'm not overly fond of using oil for fish generally, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I'd rather not. That's interesting. I didn't know that, so I do appreciate that. For the sake of it, that sounds disgusting then to put oil on top, especially for somebody who likes meat to be dry. I'd assume that would also apply to fish. Discussion we'll get to later as well when we discuss other parts
I'll
of
have to
Amber.
find the clip.
normal person. It literally became a meme because I sprayed some Pam, which is oil, on top of my salmon, where people add oil. At the time, I just didn't have...
Do they add oil on top of the salmon? Because I've never done that. I've seen people do it with butter. I've seen people do it with butter when it's in the pan. I've seen that, but that's not oil. Oil is a bit nah.
Yeah.
Liquid oil. So I sprayed oil on top, which I thought was normal. People were going crazy, and still to this day, people literally go crazy about this, saying I don't know.
Is it justified considering how much of a bad cook she is?
Because she's stupid.
She is. She can't cook to save her life. I honestly, I've seen. I still had the video of the artichoke soup. Not oil. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I don't like. We have some spray stuff that's like 1 calorie per spray or something. I've used that when I'm doing an omelette because it's just easier, you know.
Yeah.
But only because our pan is rubbish, and things stick to it, and I'm like, well, I didn't make scrambled egg, but apparently I have, you know.
How to cook? Why would someone spray Pam on top of food? Like, just hectic
Her
stuff.
chili.
If
That's
I'm
what I
watching a
always
vlog,
remember.
you know how many
Yes, red crayon, the chili. I just said
Her
that.
world famous chili, as she calls it.
Famous chili. Oh, that's just an
Her
absolute train wreck.
Her chili was embarrassing.
It was, yes, very much so.
Over here, we have things called kidney beans. Where were they? Like, bitch.
Like, didn't she put mushrooms in it? You don't put mushrooms in chili.
I mean, you can put onion in it. Onion makes sense over
Yeah.
here, though. Hell, you can put some pepper in if you like, but you don't need to. Like, cut some capsicums and put that in there a bit, you know. But mushrooms, at that point, you're basically going down a pie territory. I don't think... I mean, you can have them if you want, though. I just don't think mushrooms are... You're just bulking it because you think that's what... You know, no. And also, she did it so... It was so... so watery. It wasn't really a chili. It was like... It didn't have that solidity it needs to have.
Yeah.
Slightly... Not jelly, but like in that sort of territory of... Like, partially gelatinous, sort of... Like a nice... Not so watery that the sauce is basically drinkable. That's failed.
Stu, she's talking, oil, spray oil.
Oh, hi Stu, hope you're well. Yeah, she's talking about oil, spray oil.
Oil.
Yeah. Vomit in a bowl, yeah, that.
Seen someone spray ham on top of salmon, on top of chicken, on top of all kinds of stuff that they put in the air
I
fryer.
like she talks about spraying the stuff on top of meats, but she doesn't like the meat to be moist, so why? Sorry. Moist.
Stop it.
And no one says anything. But yeah, I was attacked.
You haven't been paid for that.
I have. Laura earlier donated about £40.
Dang it.
And I'm still being attacked for it years later. It's hectic. But to answer your question,
Shut it.
the answer is no, simply because I haven't made any meals where I had to do that. But yeah.
you could have stopped it out. I haven't made any meals. All you had to do was stop at that. We know you don't cook because DoorDash. They keep records, I'm sure.
Does she actually even cook anymore?
Well, she has done.
I remember that used to be a thing with her.
She's done a couple things, but she's always like, "Oh, I only eat a little of this, and then I go away for a bit."
Yeah.
And she's still just as big, and it's like, "Bitch, nah, you ate all of that, and then you
Yeah.
ordered DoorDash afterwards, or Uber Eats, or whatever it is, Deliveroo. I don't know." I think you have on. I think she has them on speed dial. I think she's thinking right now, I could really go for some of Chantel's favourite nashies.
It's kind of just such a weird thing to like make fun of someone for. I don't know.
Hi,
I've never
Aaron
been
Wen.
electrocuted. So one time that I do remember for real, I was living in Virginia. There was a horrible storm happening. I was watching YouTube.
Virginia. When was she in Virginia? Was she living with Chris Chan or something?
Long time
I don't know.
ago.
Yeah, it was a long time
I
ago.
don't remember. Yeah.
I don't remember Virginia. Which one was that? It
I
doesn't
don't know,
matter.
because I remember Kentucky and
I know Florida as well.
Oklahoma. That's yeah. Well, Florida was when she was really young, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that was with was it Casey?
It might have been Casey.
Yeah. Crystal. Crystal.
Oh, was
thank
Virginia
you.
with Crystal?
Crystal.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Crystal. I think isn't Crystal predates
Yeah.
predates
Predates
Destiny.
YouTube, don't they?
I think predates Destiny. Yeah. Okay.
On my laptop, but my laptop was about to die, so I had it plugged into the wall. And while I was watching my laptop, I had headphones on. But that was
Oh,
when
Casey's
I didn't
Arizona.
have, like,
My apologies. I thought Casey was Florida.
Oh shit! I completely forgot about Arizona.
Oh, honestly,
I remember that.
When I said
yeah.
2024 was the
We
year
know-
of Skanklin Reed, I'm thinking like Chinese New Year at this point. Year of the it's not year of the snake this year. It's year of the half-ton heifer.
the whole wireless
Jesus
situation
Christ.
going on, so there was a
We're
wire.
gonna make a
So
spreadsheet,
it
I
went
swear.
headphones that were wired, plugged into my laptop plugged into
Don't, because you have like you'll do a map of all the locations. When you join them up, you have the Zodiac killer symbol.
the wall because it was charging. Next thing you know,
Okay, now I
electricity
have to.
hits the
You know I
house
have to now.
right next to where my laptop is charging, and I'm telling you, I was zapped. I literally
Yeah, I
was
remember you
zapped.
saying that.
My girlfriend at the time was like, "Oh,
She was zapped everyone. Can you? And turns captions off to save that print screen for later. Thanks, Amber. I need that for my end of year review. I might put a sandwich in between that. She got zapped, everyone.
Funny.
She got zapped. You're live again. Am I, Amanda? Yes. I decided to bring help because I can't be arsed and lazy.
oh my god." are
Yeah,
you
but I
okay?"
can
don't
half-ass it
understand. Like,
myself. So.
maybe my brain got fried that day, and that's why I'm so like hectic.
Wait, wait.
You know what? That actually makes a lot of sense now that I think about it.
Don't be surprised if Dr. David joins us at some point, just cause. Because
Okay.
yeah, he might join us at some point soon. You never know.
But yeah, I was electrocuted for real. I don't know
He'll be
how
completely lost.
Like, you know,
You pay me $100, I'll put the sandwich there on the thumb. It'll be the thumbnail for the first part.
or am I okay? Maybe I'm not. It genuinely scared me. When is the last time you watched a mukbang? I haven't watched mukbangs.
Okay, so there's a thing only when Darius and Belove make a video together. I think the more interesting thing is, when's the last time you recorded one, not uploaded to YouTube? When's the last time you recorded one to perhaps sell to that feeder website? Sorry, Tommy would do it for you because you need that money. Although there weren't many people that paid for the cookie crumble one, was there?
I don't think so.
Although there were apparently complaints from people who didn't receive it. That's interesting.
I think there was complaints about other content as well. People didn't receive. It wasn't just the
getting in and out of the truck.
Something about mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you, Amanda.
Was the mashed potato? Wait, was that one she was putting on herself, or was eating what?
I'm not sure. There was so much different stuff on Twitter. I didn't know what was people being funny and what was actually legit.
I know there's
when it came to that stuff.
I know in one of these videos, I think it's one of these videos where she talks about a certain part of her anatomy, and I'm just sat here like, when I heard about that, I was like, bleh, why are you telling me this?
Yeah, because this is how we found out that milk and cookies apparently was a thing, and apparently mashed potatoes is a thing.
Milk and cookies.
And
are a thing.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, we'll get to it. We're going to work our way through these because we're professionals, everyone.
Plus, it's just not something that interests me anymore. When and what was the last thing you asked ChatGPT? Oh boy, I don't even remember.
Does anyone use ChatGPT? Because I've never used it.
I've seen people on Twitter use it for a laugh. That's about it.
What is it?
Oh no, I take that back. Stupid people have used it as proof of stuff in YouTube videos.
Oh, okay. I don't even know what it is. That's why. That's how little I pay attention. I don't need to know, just to be clear. It's just that thing of, I just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Remember, it's been a minute. I think a couple weeks ago, I asked it like a saying because I heard someone say something and I was like, what does that mean? Sometimes you can Google these things, but like I'm telling you, ChatGPT will just downright tell you exactly what it means. While Google, it's kind of like speculation. ChatGPT just tells you straight. Is Tommy a good kisser? Oh, yes.
Oh, I'm sure Tommy does all the kissing, eh, Amber? There's no way you do it anyway. You certainly can't reach the right spots to kiss.
Hey, Pug. Too late, I got it out. Stop! I am so sorry, people. He is very special in a bad kind of way.
So there's a query about the mashed potato thing. I love Bodger and Badger Chris, so I like that joke. The good kisser thing is, no one cares if Tommy's a good kisser because you're kissing a tomboy, so who cares? All your girlfriends, look all the same. I don't care. Fight me on that. I'm sorry. Your type is so obvious. Honestly, it's pissing me off. You have no variety. You diversify. That's what you need to do, Amber. No one cares about whether or not Tommy's a good kisser. Tommy cares. Your commenters care that Tommy's looking for your cat, but I doubt they are, because Tommy's basically just this boogeyman in your relationship. Sorry, boogie woman. You good? I'm good, Stu. Yeah, I'm good.
He's evil.
One of the
That's
very
what he
best.
is.
I am, yes.
Would you ever go on a cruise? You know, that used to be something that actually...
I just think Amber's asking us if you ever go on a cruise. I can't ever envision her going on a holiday where she is not on American soil, because I can't imagine she'd be able to get past her own hang-ups, and because I know that she knows they'll use her as an anchor if they have a problem.
Genuinely wanted to do, but I don't think I would. Something about being in the middle of the ocean for that long, it gives me the same feeling of like how I feel claustrophobia would feel like, but it's not claustrophobia, it's like a different feeling.
It's because you haven't got claustrophobia. Just a thing, I when I'm old and grey, I might go on a cruise. I have no anxiety about being on a boat. I don't get seasick. I don't care, because at that point I'm old. Before that, no. Why? Because I don't care. The nearest I get to a holiday is in just 12 days time, and I'll be in Norwich, doing some very adult things and totally not being irresponsible.
Yes. See, I don't know if I could do a cruise, but I have an actual phobia about the ocean.
I don't like being in bodies of water, but beyond that, I have no issue with being on a boat. I couldn't care less. It's a boat. It's not the sodding Titanic. I don't care. Although if it's called Titanic 2, I might, just for a laugh. If I'm really old and grey and I'm like, well, I need to die, so this is how I'm going to go. Holding onto a door.
It's like, I would feel so stuck, and that scares me. I don't like that. How much did you weigh when you were born? I actually weighed 6 pounds.
600 pounds.
6 ounces, so I was a little one. Do you still talk to any of your... exes. I do not talk to a single ex-girlfriend. Nope. What is your favorite?
That's a lie. I'm sorry, but for years she talked to exes. She always did. I think I could believe when it comes to like Beck and Destiny, no communication. But there has been communication. I think there's still communication though with others. But I think where the issue arises is that where she has truly poisoned the well with those relationships, what she said about them on her channel, how she treated them after breakups, in fact, that may have done some damage to a few relationships, but I do believe she's still in contact with a few of them. I think if given the chance, she would jump at the opportunity to hang out with them again as well, because again, she doesn't have social skills.
Probably, yeah.
Favorite sweet treat? A Tootsie Roll or Jamocha Almond Fudge milkshake from Baskin Robbins. Like, oh my god, so good. What shows have you watched recently? Don't come for me. I am watching Beast Games on Prime. The first 3.
What are Beast Games? I don't care. Doesn't matter. It's clearly crap.
Mr. Beast thing, I think.
Oh, I definitely don't want to watch it then.
Episodes have been posted on there, and it's definitely highly entertaining. I've also been watching Jersey Shore Family Vacation, Grey's Anatomy, but I think they're on like a little bit of a break. I think that's it. If you could only pick...
Why would you watch a show about doctors? Surely you're terrified of them, especially if they have someone on that's fat. That might make you think, oh shit, they're diagnosing me now.
Yeah.
Pick one perfume to use for the rest of your life. Which one would you pick? Bright Crystal by Versace. How do you handle all of the hate without getting depressed or going crazy?
How do you handle the hate without getting depressed or going crazy? It's part and parcel. She's not necessarily enamored to it, but she did go and create a TikTok, do really well on TikTok, and got a hug box like community over there. So she doesn't have to pay attention to YouTube comments. It's why they're not featuring in this video. She doesn't read the YouTube comments. There's no way she does. Not anymore. I'm sorry, but if I get 100 comments on a video, I'm not reading all of them. She gets 900 plus in every video. She's not reading the comments. It's just not worth it.
When we've gone through the comments, it's rare you ever see her like or comment back to anybody in them.
Yeah, so that's another problem I have. If you have that many comments on a video and you get that on a regular, I can understand not reading your comments or liking a few comments, but you're never going to like any of the comments because you won't be able to tap that bit without accidentally hitting the wrong comment and liking someone that hates you. Her fingers are too big.
I'm used to it, and I've gone through a lot in my life. I used to hate the saying, what makes you
shit. I've gone through a lot in my life. I just deal with it. Bitch, no. Shut up. You cry about it into a bowl of freaking Ben and Jerry's.
Stronger.
Yeah.
Kind of want some Ben
I
and
was about
Jerry's.
to say what makes you stronger doesn't kill you. That's not right. I used to hate the saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but it's genuinely true. I really like that saying. Also, like, what is chaos?
Amber thinks what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Clearly she's never heard of a heart attack. You've never heard of low blood pressure or a blood clot, because I promise you, it doesn't make you stronger afterwards. You dumb bish. I'm sorry. I'm not being pedantic, right? Stop the moaning. Sorry, Kat, but it triggers my my lovely mod here, and her suffering is delicious.
Stop.
So
Stop.
Amber,
You're disgusting.
Amber's what the idiom "what doesn't kill you makes you stronger" is I'm not being pedantic. It's factually inaccurate. Okay,
Yeah.
The only thing that makes you stronger is doing things like working out. Go to the sodding gym, put some effort in. Like actually be productive, be proactive, like be something, right? If you're not, then you're not trying to be stronger. And hate comments, by the way, I get negative comments. I've been doing it on Twitter because I've been a bit of a knob of late on Twitter, and I've got one person who gets no engagement, and I will happily give them the engagement because I think it's funny to tell them that you're in the wrong place. And I should now say at time of recording, it's been 4 days since they last replied to me. They haven't blocked me though, so I'm quite disappointed. I thought I'd earned that one, but you know what? Credit to you for not blocking me, but if you're watching this, you're still a smeghead.
Chaos for the fly might not be chaos for the bee, something like that. It's totally true. Some people can handle really hard things better than others, and I feel like in certain
Really hard, hey?
cases, the smallest thing like could really trigger me, but like really big things, like every day being harassed online, I don't know.
The little things bother you. You mean like the thousands of comments you got? The thousands of comments you got telling you to go look for your cat, or telling you that you basically betrayed Rarity. Sorry, that's the big thing, isn't it? That's why you left her and went home. Yeah, that was the only reason why. Hi, Bunny. Hope you're well. As a thing, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to hit the like. We appreciate that. It helps this channel. I do appreciate people correcting me in the chat as well, whether it be phobias or whether it be about BPD. I really do appreciate it. All states as well. We do appreciate that. If you want to support the channel, in the pinned comment is a Streamlabs link because it's better than YouTube Super Chats.
I think I'm just numb to it. It doesn't make it okay. It doesn't mean I want it to continue, but it just means the pain.
You'll never be able to stop it, Amber. I'm sorry. For you to ever change the negative comments you get, you'd have to either get ill again, but actually prove you're ill, and I don't want that for you, or you'd have to actually succeed at weight loss properly. Like, legitimately properly, and then tell your audience the truth about all the lies you told, which you'll never do. Like, you have a face of a vacant person who believes their own lies. And filters.
Well,
but
she does, yeah.
I think it's funnier because now she's got the camera at the center angle, where it, as opposed to slightly above, the chin underneath the chin is really working overtime to be in the video.
From it, it has been so constant that my body is actually used to it, and that's pretty sad. Are you ever going to do mukbangs again? Because I miss them.
Hello, Yempi.
Carry on.
Honestly, I'm not sure. My answer used to be
You should do mukbangs again, Amber. Because you're not a weight loss channel, you'll never succeed at it, you'll only ever get bigger. So okay, why don't you just do the one thing you are good at doing, and that is eating. Or just record all the times you actually eat, and just upload that to YouTube. In fact, why don't you just do videos the way you used to do them, which were lazy, pointless, stacked on top of books you never read or wrote in, and just do that. Bring us back the shrimp gate of old. But without the actual controversy of you dunking on your audience. Just eat shrimp. Just sit there. Do what Repsion does. Every year, he pours a bowl of cereal and loads of milk. He doesn't put any sugar on it, which annoys me. And he just sits there and stares at the camera and just eats. And he looks angry. But he sat there. Every year he does this. And I think it's the greatest. It's the dumbest video, but it's hilarious. Just sit there and eat. I would do the same, but unfortunately I have a Y chromosome, which means the food vanishes before the camera turns on.
Not even a joke.
I had roast dinner today, so yes, 3 days in a row I've eaten hot food. Although I did have porridge today as well.
Good.
I had chocolate-flavoured porridge. I then put child-sized portion of sugar over it, and it was great. Yeah, I had a roast dinner. By the time my youngest niece got hers 10 minutes before me. When I sat at the table, she had dropped a potato, the only one, got a new one, ate some of it, and I had finished my food. I don't loiter. I finished, washed up, and I left. I was like, I'm done with you guys. I'm out. Bye. In my head, it was fuck this shit. I'm out.
to be a flat out no. But in this
Did
moment,
you dance
I don't
out
know.
the door
Trisha Paytas
thing?
says she loves to lie and does it all the time. Why do you think people accept her serious lies but get so mad at your white lies? Hey, who said that I was white lying over here?
You don't white lie, Amber. You just straight up tell bald-faced lies. And this is one of the few times where actually I'm going to wish for something. I want you to go bald because you don't look after your hair. Although, based on what I've heard about your hair, we'll get to that later.
Here. No, but I actually know exactly what you're talking about because I watch every single one of her podcasts on times 2 speed. I have to... Oh, hold on. Baby? Stop.
Oh God, she's revolting.
Okay, what was I saying? Sorry, Tommy called me.
Anyone believe that that actually happened? Anyone believe
Yeah,
that?
but it wasn't Tommy.
Yeah. I think it might have been her mother just with like, can you call me at this time exactly? Cool. I'll be mid-conversation with my camera and my imaginary friend.
Or she changed the
I'm saying that-
ringtone to her alarm clock and set an alarm.
So that's always possible as well, to be honest. Yeah. I could believe that, actually.
Like, I watch all of Trisha Paytas' podcasts on times 2 speed. I watch everything on times 2 speed. Like, I literally can't. My attention span is...
I watch you at 1.5 because if I put you at 1, you're so slow, your breathing takes at least 20 seconds for 1. And that's only because you're labouring under the weight.
is not good. But yes, I have peeped her saying that she lies for fun, she lies to everyone, she lies this, and like, people love to lie. And
The
like...
thing is, Trisha Paytas does lie. But who cares? It's Trisha Paytas. People can tell with her
I was
when
about
she's
to
being
say,
serious.
it's Trisha.
Yeah. Amber,
Everybody knows with Trisha what's going on.
Yeah.
Hey, Sue.
Hi Sue. Amber's a bit different because Amber's of the opinion that she's always right, truthful, honest, loving, compassionate. She's main character. She's not. She's just a loser. but she won't admit that part yet.
She's even had guests on her show that's like, yeah, I lie too. It's like so fun. And like no one says anything about it. And I'm like, this is weird. I genuinely believe it's because it's trendy not to like.
Trisha.
It's trendy
It's Trisha,
to say
yeah.
the meanest comment in the comment section or the funniest, meanest comment. But with Trisha Paytas, like
I actually want to just quickly go to your channel again. I haven't used the mouse for a while. Feeder, post, right, hang on. Right, I'm going to go up here. Going to go here. I'm going to go to your videos for a second, because I did leave a comment during all of Vlogmas, yeah?
I was going to ask you about that.
Let's find out. A Vlogmas meltdown. I left a comment on that.
hey guys, welcome to
Day
another
6.
day of Vlogmas.
Shut up, you I left a comment.
She's done the same thing Chantal did to you.
Probably, but I also didn't get to him till like a day later. So, people still leave comments here, though. I'm impressed. I was hoping I'd see. I forgot I'm on the Moisky Live account, not the Omegon one. So chances are I have been shadow banned. But I couldn't tell because these videos have like 1,800 comments.
Well, earlier when you were talking about the community post, while you were talking, I went and looked at it. I went all the way to the bottom and then searched your name and couldn't find it.
Oh, a ukulele lady was Miranda Sings, Colleen Ballinger.
Yeah.
She's trending right now. People are forgetting that she still does things that are controversial, and she still says
So, she does OnlyFans. No one cares. She doesn't care either.
things that are very controversial. One of them being like, yeah, I lie all the time. Yay me. Like, that's weird. But I think the
People know when she's telling the truth. The problem is you tell lies and you tell us that that's the truth. That's the difference. She will openly admit she will lie.
internet really
I think
holds on to
Chantal's
something,
hands are
and
bigger
that
than
is what they-
hers.
I think so too. I think with Amber, she's gotten quite lucky so far with her hands. I think those nails don't work because they're too big for her. But that's just because I think they're too wide and long. She'll rip them off in the future anyway. I think where the problem Amber has, all her weight is in her legs, torso, and her like tricep arm, bingo wings, and chin.
Yeah.
But hands seem to have gotten off scot-free here, you know?
they go with. But it is very tiring to constantly compare myself and have other people compare myself because no one sees me. You know what? I'm not going to say no one because I'm speaking in absolutes, which I need to not do that. So let me rephrase that. I am learning. I am trying to be better over here. What I was trying to say is
I like that she, instead of editing that out when she's edited loads of jump cuts, she's instead decided to leave it in and just re-say it anyway. Because she's a poet, everyone.
there is a lot of people
Of course.
who
Oh, hang on.
genuinely do
Going back to the whole people leaving her mean comments and stuff, I do believe, and chat probably knows better than I do, historically though, Amber used to always get very positive comments because people wanted the best for her. Because back in the day, she wasn't as problematic and caught in so many lies and all this kind of stuff. So to me, all this negativity and stuff she's getting the last few years, that's all on her because of her own behavior. So she needs to just put up and shut up.
Agreed.
not view me as human. They don't. So it's easy for
You're not human.
them to like literally think that I'm lying about everything, and they don't want to believe what I'm saying, or they don't want to accept the fact that I also am a human who is currently experiencing
You're not human.
human experiences right along with y'all.
Yeah.
So
The
mean.
only thing that gets human experiences are like robots. You're not one of those either.
So no matter how much I like compare and like be like, yeah, we're all human and this is what we do, and like everyone is treated differently based on like how they
At this point, you were lucky when Steve Irwin was alive. He did try and wrestle you to the ground.
look and what the internet wants and what's trending on the internet. Nothing I say matters. So let's move on to the next question. What did Tommy get you for your birthday? She made my ultimate dream come true. She got me Billie Eilish tickets, and it was absolutely incredible.
Oh yeah, because that was when you were all happy and loving and happy and loving and happy and loving on your phone. Yeah. Oh, was that when Verity was missing as well, or not? Because I can't remember.
I can't remember if that was before or after.
Because the
I don't
timing of a lot of
remember.
your content is so strange.
And then I woke up on my birthday with a
pre-records.
surprise.
True.
My favorite roses, red roses with baby's breath. Like, it was just like the sweetest. Do you
Oh
and
God,
Tommy have
that's
phone
so
sex when
basic,
long
bitch.
distance?
Is it basic bitch? Because I'm not as a.
Red roses are basic, bitch. Red roses are what you get somebody when you have no imagination or know what they actually like. It's an easy peasy.
Oh, fair play.
Yes, obviously, duh. When you are doing cameos, how many requests do you get a week? I would say around 25, because I would say I average getting about 3 a day, sometimes more, sometimes less, but we're just gonna say it was like 25, which I feel like is so much. You guys are so amazing. Like, that is so sweet. I'm definitely gonna be opening my cameos again soon. I just didn't have
Please don't. I think you're only going to do it because you're
Kat, you're welcome.
Yes,
Sorry,
Kat, that's
sorry.
very nice of you. Genuinely. For Christmas and her birthdays after. Yeah, it's weird though because when she uploads videos and holds on to videos, also the concert. I remember pulling up the date of that. It was in Illinois, wasn't it? Because she didn't play. Eilish didn't play in Wisconsin, so she had to go to. They had to drive to Illinois to go and see this. And I'm like, considering all her anxieties, this is really baffling to me. But
Well, I've said I give her points for actually having the balls, or the fupa balls, to actually go to a concert.
she, you mentioned fupa balls. You're thinking her only fupa fibro failed adult film feeder act account, aren't you? Yes, I added the extra F into that and I almost fucked it.
Yes, you did. No.
I have the energy to do it while doing Vlogmas, and just a lot was going on in my life, but they will be open soon, don't you worry. Are there any
LRPD.
I know the gig was in Chicago. That's why I said Illinois. Yeah. I did know that because I had to put it in a YouTube video.
channels that you think purposely try to portray you poorly? Of course, every single one.
Oh,
I don't even know why they're called reaction channels, because it's like, yeah, they are reacting, but they're only reacting in like a negative way. Like they're only trying to.
I think it's because you are never presenting the truth, so they can never take you as anything but negative, and they know you're not telling the truth, not just because of your body language, but because the truth has already been verified. The proof of that is that freaking feeder content. You're not a feedie, bitch. Yes, you are. You bloody well are, and I know you're in on it. I swear your PayPal's linked to that. I put money on it if I had me.
Find
Here's my thing
things
about that video and everything. Just freaking own it and say, yeah, I'm going to make bank off this. You guys deal with it. Just
To be honest,
own it.
the reason she won't is because if she admits to it, not only is she then no longer in control of the narrative because someone else broke the story before her, but also one person will pay for it and they'll share it all over social media, which means she'll lose money. Hi, Snuckles.
Goes.
I do believe she will do it. She wants this willingly. She needed to do it because she was earning nothing when she was making no content.
Yeah.
What
I think
can
that's
Amber
what
do?
pissed her off so much. She even said that she was going to release it in her own time. I think she was so pissed. Not because it was released, but because they did it before she could.
Thing is, I don't think she ever would do. I don't think she was going to. I think she was, again, trying to control the information and hope that when it died down, she then didn't have to release it. But then it got made public because, well, turns out she is slut.
that are negative to say. And I think a really good example of that is like, you watch me do normal things. Like I spend Christmas with my family and we're making bags for the homeless, and reaction channels are just like nitpicking every tiny little detail.
She made like 5 bags.
Those bags, I thought they were cool. I thought that was actually alright.
Yeah, but didn't she only make like a handful or something? Like,
I think that was a gripe, but I think if you offer any help, that's great. I don't care how much help it
true.
is. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I will admit, I did put that, and that was in video form, so I know I said that because I thought I can't add any commentary to this because this is actually a nice thing to do.
yeah.
The fact you're making it about
Well,
yourself is
something is
another
better than
problem.
nothing,
But
it's
yeah,
true,
you're making
true.
it about yourself, but that's all. That's okay. Crack on. Get
Yeah.
on with it, bish.
It no longer becomes like a true authentic reaction. It's like you're purposely trying to find negative things in my videos. It's like a scavenger.
I mean, it made sense because a lot of the stuff in there somewhat didn't really make too much sense, but it's only because you did it in such an odd order. Like, reactors are going to see the toothbrush you featured earlier and then wonder where the toothpaste is, and you didn't show that until nearer the end. You baited that out. You baited for the negativity. Don't say you didn't, because anyone that mentions hygiene stuff then leaves the toothpaste out until the end. Yeah, no, you're doing it on purpose.
It's like a word search. It's like a hidden image game. It's like, how quick can I find something horrible to say about Amber Lynn?
I think it's even better that you pay attention to all these channels. While you were telling us earlier you watch Grey's Anatomy. I think unless that's
Well, and also,
go on.
oh, I was going to say, we've always said this about her. She's been around long enough. She knows the game.
Oh yeah, she knows
And
better
she
than
knows
most.
the negativity is what makes people come over.
Oh yeah.
So she's always baited certain things in her videos, be it a thumbnail with the feeder thumbnail she did
we know
recently,
we know she's baiting in
know.
some way, yes, in the feeder stuff, but that's a different kind of content.
Yeah, true. But she's always done stuff like that for a long time. So, yeah, like even saying it now, she knows she's baiting people.
Yeah, and I agree, MP, if she made actual content. This is her phoning it in because apparently she's busy for 10 days. You're not, and we'll get to the last video soon, eventually. You're not, but we'll keep going.
It's just, yeah, they're purposely trying to portray me in a bad light, and it works. Like, I have never seen anything like it in my life. And if a reaction channel says nice things about me, even just one slight nice thing about me, or like takes my side, their community gets upset with them.
There's always going to be negativity or those who are nihilist or black pill boomers. Of course there are. But no one called me out when I said that those bags, even if they, you know, come from someone as disingenuous as you, no one gave me crap for it, because they know I'm right. Anyone that offers help is doing a good thing. But I like you're latching onto this as if you are always doing something that's good, but they never find anything good about you. Problem you've got is, beyond that bag, you did nothing good. And the reason I can prove it easily, because all the content you made back in Oklahoma, you were happier and happier. But you forgot the fact that you ditched your cat in Wisconsin. You're not a good person. You abandoned a member of your family, and you're trying to act as if everything's alright now. It was too convenient that you were suddenly all happy and lowery and all joyful the moment you got back to Oklahoma, when somebody who was so close to your heart was not there anymore. There was no actual genuine emotion in you. So, no.
To pull me out of there. Seriously, you would have had to, especially because she ain't got no job or kids to come back to and crap like that.
Yeah.
It would have been hell getting me out of that damn town.
And Obese the Beast, I remember that
my
as well.
baby, you know?
Yeah, I'm with you. And I remember the Obese the Beast stuff, because I remember
yeah.
covering that with, I think there was I remember seeing that originally with the Content Constables sort of stuff I was going through long ago, back when it was relevant. But yeah, no, I remember that, and yeah, no, I wouldn't have left.
Yeah.
Hell, I would have.
Yeah.
I would have GoFundMe to go there, get the cat, and come home with the cat.
I know, right? With the cat.
Not holding him
But
for
I'm
ransom.
like,
I just
she
give him. I
could've-
give him to my neighbor, because my neighbor has like 20 cats. She's a crazy cat lady, but she loves them all.
Yeah, but she could have utilized her audience in the search for the cat.
Well, if she
That
could
simple.
have, she could have, especially if she wasn't going to stay there. But I think I reckon the reason she didn't is because I reckon Tommy said, if you do that, I will beat you. Because I think that would have put Tommy.
No.
No. What I mean is, I think it would have put Tommy in a difficult spot employment-wise, because then her haters would have gone for Tommy's work. And I think Tommy would not have
that's
been
true.
okay with this. I'm not saying beat physically, like maul the crap. No, I mean in the sense of
Gotcha.
she ain't getting any. She's not getting any food. She's not
Yeah.
getting any touching. She's certainly not being used as a blanket. My neighbour's lovely. She's a cat breeder. But she has all these catteries, and the cats, the kids spend all the time with them. They actually are a really good family, which is surprising to me.
Yeah.
Continuing.
That says everything it needs to say right there.
Let's
How do you
go.
feel about people supporting Alex is Shook's absence, but they freak out when you don't post for a few days? It's
Alex is Shook's reasons for not being about are his own, their own, its own. I can't remember which. Alex's own reasons. It's hard. You cannot compare Amber's disappearing, because Amber disappearing was entirely because she was busy getting laid, and then arguing with Tommy, and losing a cat. Alex is not for the same reason, and Alex is not as reviled as you are.
easy to support someone that a lot of people support, but publicly, people don't really support me. They don't really support my decisions. They do privately. Like, I get so many sweet DMs, and I'm so grateful for each one.
Yeah, from TikTok.
And always am. But like publicly, I don't look like a very supported girly pop, I'll tell you that. But I think that's a reason why like I live in my Delulu land, because I'm so supported like behind the scenes in my private DMs. Like, it's crazy. So I kind of like live there. I live in my little Delulu
Yeah, because you're a needy little bitch. You constantly need validation. So where are you going to get it from? AI bot accounts in your DMs.
land, and I like to stay there.
Echo chamber.
I kind of like
Yeah.
live there. I just moved
Box.
furniture in, like, I'm having fun over there, okay? But publicly, it's easier to be like, oh, Alex Ashok hasn't posted for a month. Well, we all love him, so we all have to support that decision. But like, if I'm gone for a few days, it's Amberlynn is so lazy. Like, she can't even do her job. Imagine if she had a real job and she did this. Like, her boss, oh my gosh, she would be.
If you had a real job, you wouldn't be £600.
Yeah, but Alex does a different type of content than you do, girly pop.
Yeah, that too. I won't say those words.
Fired.com. It's just a bunch of
Yeah.
hypocrisy. What?
Said it for you.
What is a hypocrisy? Holy moly, what? Yeah. I'm just gonna blame that on when I was electrocuted. It's a lot of people being hypocrites. It's a lot of people contradicting themselves, and that's just how it is in this community. I mean,
No. It's not the hypocrites. Again, you've got to remember here, you are universally disliked. Alex isn't. Alex is not a lol cow, you are a cow. Alex isn't a half-ton heifer, you're on the path to being a half-ton heifer. Alex isn't a smooth brain, you have no brain. Because that space in your skull between your ears is valuable space to store food.
I don't know what to say about it, but I would like to say, as much as I do not like Alex, I have not watched his content in the longest. Like, I'm good off of that. He leaves a very bad taste in my mouth, and once that happens, I kind of want nothing to do with you. But I will say publicly, I hope that he is okay, and whatever he is going through, I hope
don't try being sincere, Amber. Please, it's not for you.
it gets figured out soon. How do you feel about people who fetishize your body? So the word fetish...
Well, how do you feel about people fetishizing your body, Amber, when you can make money from it? Huh? Oh, but it's everyone else's fault, remember? It's Erica's fault, remember? Yeah. Defamation, but okay. We'll get to that.
low-key confuses me. So let me go to like the google.com. Fetish definition. Please tell me, because I am in confusion. So the definition of fetish is a form of sexual desire in which gratification is strongly linked to a particular object or activity or part of the body.
Oh my god, she's trying to act as if she doesn't understand something. By the way, she records this on her phone, right? But she's using a laptop to look things up. I'm sorry, you're so handicapped.
Other than sexual organs. Okay. So what that
You
says...
don't have any, it's fine. Just a thing here, Amber. You're fetishized because I went a bit petty and then realised in retrospect I said something a bit nastier. Just a thing, right? Well, more reproductive, but still. You have this problem here where you say you don't know what a fetish is, but you have a fetish. You've discussed it before, in fact. We also know you have them because content has come out, and you have yourself detailed aspects of you. In a more frank manner. I don't know if it's in these Q&A, these sort of, whatever these are, non-tent videos. But you're a skank.
Says to me, if you prefer someone of a certain body type,
Tell us how
and
you
that
really
is what you are
feel.
sexually attracted to,
I'm trying to hold
that's considered
back.
a fetish?
I don't want to be
I'm a little
nasty.
confused
I
by it.
know
So if
you
someone
are.
prefers
I
my
know
body
you
type, that
are.
makes it a fetish, right? According to you, the person who asked this question. So does that mean if the next Joe Schmo in line prefers someone of the skinny nature, does that mean that's a fetish for them because that is what they prefer sexually? I think
No, I think they just prefer somebody with preference. Exactly, yes.
anyone should be able to look at any body type in the whole entire world and be like, that is what I prefer, without judgment. Whether they
Mercifully, it doesn't have to be reciprocated, but consent is required.
are tall, short,
She
skinny,
makes me want to
fat,
yell.
chunky.
I
doesn't
noticed
matter.
because we
I
said
think it is
preference you
highly
cut
unfair
out.
that people like to say that the
Yeah,
only
sorry
way a
about
fat
that.
person can be sexually liked is if it is a fetish. It's just obscene to me. That
Shut up, Amber. Don't act like a prude. Because you were saying you were open earlier. Those legs open for business, right?
means any old
suck.
skinny Jan or Mary over there, if that is someone's preferred, does that make them a fetish? The whole topic is just like really weird to me, but I like to look at the
You're a fetish, but only because you put it on a website designed for it.
gray area, and that's what I just gave you. But if
Sorry,
we're just doing black
Tommy
and white
did.
and you're genuinely asking me, how does it feel to be fetishized? Like, because there are supposedly people who fetishize me.
Supposedly,
Feels great.
Possibly.
Most
Feels
likely.
wonderful. All right, you guys. So that is the end of part 2.
That's number 2 done. Right, number 3. Yes, we're going through all of these, by the way.
Yeah.
5.5k downvotes. Right, the first one has 3k. Second one, 2.3. This one has 5.5k. Is this the one where she dunks on Zachary Michael? Because if this is the one, she's goofed. So I'll do 1.5. I'm going to go to the comments first. You have absolutely no reason to be this smug. Not the top. Well, it's the top comment. Making fun of someone's appearance is pretty low for someone who constantly blames their audience for doing the same. You're the last person on earth who should open their mouth about others' living with a parent. Sorry, your mother does everything for you, and you make her drive you 19 hours across the state to your girlfriend. Who does that? You have no way to talk. Girl, Girl who literally has a vitamin D deficiency because she never leaves the house telling everyone else to go outside because they look pale is hilarious. Amber does look pale, but I think it's the filters also helping her. Yeah, she's using, I swear she's using filters. She has to be because that younger photo does her in. It really does. I'm sorry. I know she got bigger.
I don't think.
So let me finish.
Yeah, sorry.
I know she got bigger, rounder,
Yeah.
and the skin smoothed out, but the lines across the forehead gave her away. That's what I looked at and noticed. It was the lines on the forehead that did it, because you can't smooth those out.
Yeah.
Like I can't. There's no amount of makeup that will hide that. So I think she's using a smoothing filter. I think she's anyway. Carry on, though. Hello?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, I was just gonna say we're so used to the heavy filters that like Foodie uses. I think it kind of messes with our eyes to see somebody just use simple filters sometimes.
Yeah, and she's definitely using a simple filter. It's a smoothing one. Again, that 19-year-old photo does her no favors. Anyway,
Hello, welcome to
go.
part 3 of a 4-part series where I answer 100 of your guys' questions, 25 per each video. And I do have a few disclaimers. I chose to do this because I promised you guys
and you're lazy.
that I would upload every other day, but for the
Lazy.
next 10 days I'm gonna be super busy, so I'm not
Lazy.
gonna have any time to edit, but I
Lazy. Because you have jump cuts in this. Don't lie. You're already lying.
definitely will have time to film, so you don't have to worry
Lazy.
about that. So to keep my promise,
Lazy.
I am pre-filming, so in the best way that I knew how, I was like, let's
Lazy. You basically moved a few things on your cushions around, changed your shirt, and sat back down. Lazy. And we know this especially because you look identical, minus the shirt and the arrangement. But also, this is a 4-parter. All you have to do is sit there and just record it, and then just stop it, come back, record it all in one go, put the jump cuts in for laughs, and then move on. It's done in one go. But, you know, with the shirts come off, then you just splice it to 4 videos.
do some Q&As for now. So if you
Lazy.
haven't seen my other 2, they're already
Please don't watch them. It's not worth it. Although apparently this one's the most dislikes. This is one you need to watch.
posted. Things get a little juicy, and we're gonna continue getting juicy.
Lies.
And I feel like in part 4 we might get even juicier. So let's do it. All right, first question.
Juicy, you say, huh? Is that
Juicy, that's our new word apparently.
What was that in the background? Sounded like a guitar. On your end.
On my end, my mic cut out all of a sudden.
Ah, it might have been just resetting then. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, no, if anything's getting juicy, it's hurt the thought of Tommy. Continuing. Yes, and that image is going to make you all feel sick now.
What kind of ASMR do you watch on YouTube? Lately,
Oh, Amber likes her ASMR. Did you not know that? She loves her asthma.
I've been really loving like super perfectionist like final touches of like the hair. I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you,
I'm assuming it makes you feel great because you still have it, yet you don't deserve it. I've said it for years. You have amazing hair on your head, and yet you don't look after it properly.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't wait for the day you buy in bulk Alpacin.
it's so calming when like they do like curls and they like move the hair like this and like just like perfect little tiny little movements. That's why it's called ASMR perfectionist or whatever. Oh my god, it's so good and calming. 10 out of 10.
No, it's not. It's crap sharp.
I'm bored.
Death to
I'm
all but
bored.
metal. Just put some music on and get crack on with your life. But decent music, none of the crap you listen to.
What are some of your hobbies lately? I've been into
Let's see. Addiction to food, addiction to food, addiction to food, addiction to food, WebMD, addiction to food, feeder porn. What?
scrapbooking,
Yeah.
journaling, Legos,
Scrapbooking, journaling,
Bored.
Legos,
doodling.
Bored.
Yeah, that's about
oh,
it.
doodling.
What's your love language or favorite way to be loved? So for those
Speaking
I wonder
like
if
a
she
baby,
still
no
does
doubt.
that scratch fake art shit.
Oh god, scratch art, yeah.
You remember that stuff?
Yeah,
You
my
remember the
niece
scratch
has
art?
got those, right? My niece has got those, and they just scratched it all off. I'm like, there you go, I did that. I'm like, I don't know if it counts as art per se. It's not a scratch card. You don't win any money for this. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, no,
It can be fun, I will say that.
sure, but no. That's just an excuse for her just to sit down and do nothing. Social media addiction is a possibility. No, I'm with you on that actually. With her, why
Yeah.
doesn't she doesn't need it? She's Rogaine. Well, I wasn't really being serious. I was just saying Alpacin as the caffeine shampoo, as opposed to the spray foam people put into their scalp. You know. But I do appreciate you, or Regain as we call it here, using that as a point to add that she also should consider that. I was wondering if maybe because of all the money wasted by Chantal on her visa hops, if she'd just do the same for herself, but turns out she'd rather stick it to her audience than do better for herself, much like Amber, to be honest. Although, if it does go, and she is bald one, can people just imagine a shiny dome? I can Photoshop that.
For the longest, I thought words of affirmation was like top 2 of my love languages, but it's not. It's actually like
I bet her love language is talking like a baby. No, and I don't mean the baby voice that Chantal uses. I mean her just literally going with a dummy in her mouth. One of those the edible one, dummy ones, the sweet hard candy one, and she just it literally says goo goo gaga. And that's it.
Ew.
third. My number 1 love language, I think, is physical touch. Like with
Yeah, we'll get to we'll get to that later.
the right person, like I cannot touch you enough. You can
Do you consent first though? Because I've heard stories.
not touch me enough. Like let's be in each other's skin. And then
Stop.
my second love language is definitely quality.
Allegedly,
I feel like that's
possibly.
so important to someone.
Most likely. I believe that was actually said by one of the exes, in fact.
I believe so, yeah.
Zero distractions, just you and your partner to connect mentally, physically, emotionally.
Mentally, physically, emotionally. Anyone that gets physically, mentally, or emotionally intimate with you is basically a masochist. Just so you know.
Through laughter, deep conversations, fun, etc., etc. In other ways, I love to be loved. That isn't even part of like the love language list. Like just understanding and patience and.
Two things you don't have any possible understanding of or conception of. Like, you don't have.
Sure, it's been.
Go on.
Yeah. No, sorry. I thought you stopped talking.
Go on.
Sorry, it cut
Sorry.
out on my end. No, I was just gonna say I'm sure it's been said before. She just seems like the type that does the whole love bombing, gaslighting bullshit, and then it's all what you can do for her.
Well, it always
She
ends up.
doesn't
It
seem
always
like
ends up
she
that
would
way,
be the
doesn't
type
it?
being giving. Yeah, she doesn't seem like she would be the type.
I think that's why her and
giving in a
yeah,
relationship.
I think that's why she and Tommy haven't worked out really, because she wants Tommy to be subservient to her, much like with Wipey. But Wipey was very independent as well. She can't handle it because she's on her own. She needs to be around people all the time. She's a social creature with no social skills. It's great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and kindness and just like a gentle love. That's genuinely important to me. Do you follow trends with the clothing you wear? No.
No, she just buys on Torrid and sees who has the biggest sizes.
No. Most trends, I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm not here to judge, but yes, the trends, you know what? Pop off.
The one I want to see is you trying to put your legs into skinny jeans.
You do you. You look great. If you love what you wear,
My
you
killer.
automatically look beautiful to me. But they're not for me. I have my own style.
Oh, hang on.
Sometimes
Bye, red crayon.
Well, thanks for being a Red Crown. I really appreciate it. If I don't go to one, you should definitely go to her channel if you
Aw,
can be
that's very
asked.
sweet.
I don't even know if I have my own style. If I
That's
see
very
it and I
sweet
wear
of
it
you.
and I like it and I love it, I'm gonna keep wearing it. I don't care what anybody says out there. What do you actually need a planner for? That sounds like a little bit of shade.
Well, it's not what do you need a planner for. It's what do you need a $60 planner for. Because,
Oh, God, yeah.
by the way, you're not helping yourself when you weren't and I could prove that you weren't getting enough money from the views on YouTube alone to pay for some of the crap you bought. So I could certainly believe you were involved in uploading that smut to that smut place that's based for feeders. I could believe it because I don't know how you're making enough money any other way. You don't have investments. You're too special for that. Oh, and Lindy, BPD is notorious for love bombing. She likes to think it's love bombing. The problem with Amber is it's not. Her version of love bombing is akin to that of somebody buying you loads of things. Oh, but they like this type of baseball cap. They're a geeky type, and this is cute, isn't it? Here you go, Beck. She just buys you crap to keep you around.
Ow,
So I like to
ow,
plan YouTube
GM.
videos. You guys don't know this, but I have like a whole list of things that I want to talk about in vlogs.
Talk about in vlogs. What about doing vlogs? How about that, Amber?
So show in vlogs, or what do I want to do in vlogs? I'm also
You do nothing. So I assume these planner things are basically you just writing down, I'm going to do nothing, but for about 15 minutes, I'm going to rip my audience off.
a very to-do list oriented type of girly, whether it's things around the house or things I'm doing with my mom or things that I have to do just to remind myself because my memory is not good. So I use
That's not surprising. Again, if you don't have something between your ears that isn't, lard, you often find that memory is inhibited in some way.
the planner to plan. How often do you use your tarot cards? I only ever use them when I truly feel like the universe is like, I want to tell you something, or if I want the universe to tell me something, because it's not always the universe coming to me and being like,
How about you don't rely on hokum bullcrap? Actually, you know what? It falls in line with your character, and someone's going to be upset that I said that. But tarot's a load of bollocks, so get over yourselves.
Yeah.
like girly pop, like we need to talk. Sometimes it's like me saying we need to talk. I genuinely feel like with the tarot cards that I have, like I have treated them with like the kindness you need to treat your tarot cards. I might have been a little
My mum, when she got married the second time, her husband's mother loved tarot cards, and they left them on the kitchen counter. And I, being a big fan of the X-Men, decided to start throwing them against the back door of the house like Gambit. And I was properly launching these things. I was very happy because these cards they had decent weight to them, and they went. It was kind of hectic. I got grounded. I thought it was hilarious, so I left the house. Wasn't grounded very long at that point. Someone tried to ground me again, and I pointed out, if you touch me, I'll knock you out. I'm also smarter than you, so shut up. And then I found the tarot cards again and decided to launch them at the railway tracks and hit the train with them because I thought it was even funnier. I was like, because that's what but they're tarot, you shouldn't mess with the tarot. I'm like, shut up. They mean nothing. They're literally just weighted cards. Shut up.
Yeah.
If you really want to place your stock in this kind of bull, we're going to have a problem. I was 15 at that point. I just thought it was hilarious. I'm sorry. It wasn't a rebellious teenager, by the way, because I wasn't a rebellious teenager. I just saw them and thought it'd be more fun to throw them. I did put them back, eventually, when it stopped raining.
Eventually. And Tempe, he is a very, very bright ray of sunshine.
Yes, I am pure happiness. Donate to my Streamlabs.
The Glenful, I'm currently actively staring at them because on my bookshelf, and just know that I love you guys. I do.
Love carries no worth for you. Shut up.
I should get them out tonight because I'm feeling guilty. It's been like easily over a month, maybe even longer. Oh my god, it's been since before I went to Wisconsin. Holy. I do believe that if you treat your tarot cards right, like they'll treat you right. And
I say the same thing about pets, Amber. Bit ironic there though, isn't it really, with you? Since you don't know how to treat your pets right. I do though. My Plumpy had cupcakes today. I was told not to give her treats. I betrayed that. Don't try me, Amber. You can't say lay stock in things you want to look after or take care of. You can't take care of yourself, and you couldn't take care of your cat. Shut up, you silly bitch.
They'll connect with the universe even more. I know to some people, like, you probably think I'm crazy and you don't believe in that, but everyone has their different beliefs. I would never judge someone based on what they believe, and I hope they would do the same for me, and they won't judge me. And it's really crazy because I feel like I have, like, matured a lot spiritually. I used to not really believe in tarot readings or tarot cards or really anything about it, but I'm telling you, that was years ago. But as time went on, I felt more compelled to get my own deck of cards, and
I'd be surprised if Amber doesn't have more than one set, because I remember back in the past with the journals, the planners, and other like books or anything that she could collect, she had collections of. When she lived with Becky, then she had lots. She had, remember all the drawers full of the wax melts. She had so many wax melts. I have like one pack, that's it, because I can just buy another one. I will walk to because it's more steps. I can go to the shops. And by the way, I love that you guys are talking about tarot cards from your own perspectives and also backseat psychiatristing me here. Don't. No. We will not be discussing my reasons for it. Beyond me saying I thought it was funny.
To treat them in the way they deserve and to come at it with like a sense of respect and understanding every single time.
As I've discovered with anything that's becoming somewhat spiritual or faithful, religious based or non-religious, but somewhat in that spiritual realm, I have over the past 2 to 3 weeks become a bit more, not necessarily anti-theist, but beyond a level of apathy to the point of nearly hating things again. Like when I was a teenager, in fact, I just thought it was absolutely pathetic. And with what I've been seeing happening in many different countries when it comes to this side of the world, I don't care for any of it. Simple as that. But I like the problem I have, and I know people are latching onto my apathy in this respect. You need to focus less on my apathy and more on what Amber's saying, because it's inconsistent with her behaviour. I am not the topic of discussion here. Although I'm sure that many find this fascinating enough to want that to be a topic of discussion, because then it becomes a separate discussion, it drags out, and I have to then explain things that I don't care about. I really don't. The tarot cards were heavy weighted, they look cool, and they flew like a bugger. That's all you need to know. They don't bend, which is even better. And no, I didn't try and turn one into a paper airplane because I'm not that much of an idiot. You can't bend card that satisfyingly. Doesn't look that good either.
But we shall judge Amber. Let us continue with Amber.
Yeah, let's do that.
I have done a tarot reading on myself. Whether the reading was bad or good, it felt right and it felt true, and I definitely felt it in my heart. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking those cards down tonight and doing a reading because I think I need one. And I almost feel like someone asked me that question because the universe was like, Berlin, we need a tarot reading. We should speak.
Amber, don't do a tarot reading, because I've seen enough of those on like scrolling through TikTok, which you can probably stream it and make money, to be fair, Amber. You could do that, but for some reason beyond doing feeder porn, you're completely against doing anything that involves you making money publicly. You like to, hi Katie, you like to make your video and sit back and just let it do its thing. You don't actually like to go and make money. You could make money.
Apparently.
Oh, you're all good, Orla. I'm just not going to be drawn in on it. Simple as that, really.
80.
So thank you to the person asking that question. What were your
I bet it was one person on TikTok.
Animal Crossing eras like? So I've had
Animal Crossing's a crap game. Anyone that says otherwise, fight me. Pokemon's better.
Played it, so
3
can't say.
Animal Crossing eras where I played
Animal Crossing is Stardew, but with a curved earth.
Okay.
It basically is. It's basically a better graphic version of Stardew with a curved earth you walk on. But you can change the angle of the camera at least to be slightly more up to look like Stardew.
obsessively. The first time ever was,
Hi,
I know
Miss
I was living in
Sparkles.
Virginia, and I would play, like, obsessively, so that was the first time. And then the other 2 times is when I was living in Kentucky, and since then, haven't touched it. Do you think lesbians can be non-binary? Of course.
No.
Do you think Delta 8, are you going to stop when you start semaglutide?
Oh, Delta 8. Yeah, she does that, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I forgot what Delta 8 is, though, to be fair.
I do still smoke. I definitely don't smoke as much as I used to, and
Amber, don't lie. We know you smoke. We know you got that smoke as well. Yeah. Tell us about that porn again.
and I will be more than likely stopping when I start semaglutide. Delta 8 gives me the munchies, and it would be counterproductive. Is that the right word? It'll be
It is counterproductive. It would hardly help you, but you will have to go through, because of you. You are addicted to most things, so there will be a form of withdrawal. It'd be like saying you're giving up takeaway mukbangs for an entire year only to quit after one day. But we don't know anyone that does that.
counterproductive to be taking semaglutide but then also smoking Delta 8. Like, it doesn't make sense. If you plateau on semaglutide this time, will you still continue? Last time I took semaglutide,
Chris,
it stopped
perfect
working because
timing.
the syringes I got were pre-filled, which you are not supposed to do.
You're
that
just
because
fine, Chris.
And I'm glad people like the thumbnail. I've been trying to make it a bit better this year, and I couldn't find a decent screenshot of her because all her videos at the moment are this. It's just not working. Beyond the one where she's clearly, measuring up a sandwich in her hand. Although doing a bold picture of her, I could do that at some point this week.
you pre-fill a syringe, it expires
Yeah, Dark
in 20
Moon
days.
is like
and through the med spa
legal
that I
weed,
went, they
basically,
actually
in
said
Yeah.
okay.
form.
And I know a lot of people were asking, like, did you see a doctor? The person was actually an RN, so they knew what they were talking about, but no one's a robot. People make mistakes. 28
Just a thing, I can't stand weed. I understand why some take like CBD oils and stuff. I fully get it. Keep it away from me. It's mostly for your safety because I don't like it. I never will.
days is only 4 weeks, and for 4 weeks the syringes were working. Week 5 I felt nothing, so that is
It wasn't the syringe, Amber. Don't try and tell us semaglutide didn't work because of the syringe. It was entirely because you were eating more calories to try and balance it out to slow the weight loss down. Because you got anxiety because you were losing weight. You were in the 480s. You were actually somewhere. And and by the way, you were doing it with a cheat code. If you're triggered by that, I don't care. You were cheating. If you'd lost that weight naturally, at no point with you would it have stopped working. You'd have plateaued briefly. Everyone does when they lose weight. You plateau, you crack on, you adjust, because the body adapts to what you're doing. So when you go work out, what you do when you first start going to the gym, you don't go for the heavy weights. No, you start with a bit of cardio, and as time goes by, you increase it. Then you start doing workouts that focus on parts of your body to tone it, to bring it in, to cut the fat, right? But you never go, when you first join the gym, and go straight to the rack, get a couple 100 kilos and start doing squats. No, you don't. Because if your body adapts to that, you can't really do much else. You're of no use. It's not a shred either. That's you just causing yourself irreparable harm. So you were rushing it, and you were completely plateaued. That's all it was. You just needed to crack on with, not eating as much, but you weren't. You claimed you were, but you weren't. And then get back on track without the cheat code. So using semaglutide again is just embarrassing.
that is when I doubled my dose.
I
still
think
felt
with
go on.
her, more so than even with Foodie Beauty, yes, they're both extremely sloth and lazy, but Amber, I think, is actually afraid to lose the weight. Like, actually afraid.
I think she is.
Because anytime she's lost any amount, she nearly doubles it, gaining it back.
Well, the 89 lbs,
There's almost
yes.
like a panic about it. Yeah, there's almost like a panic about it with her.
She tries to associate it with her BPD. And that's why it's the extremes. I'm like, no.
Sorry.
It's because you're
Normally,
it's because you're
I'm
lazy.
not. Yeah. Yeah, normally I'm not the type that's like, show me your medical portal, but if you use it as an excuse,
Oh, I want to see the medical portal.
no, you need to. It's like the whole boogie situation.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're going
why.
to be using that, weaponizing it, using it as an excuse, talking about it all the time, then you've opened that door. Like if I made some type of commentary content and talked about being, on the spectrum, I would fully understand people wanting proof of that.
I kind of want.
But I don't. I don't.
I kind of want to get a liar tattoo properly done as a mustache, or as a unibrow. And then I wanted to shave, and then I'd be okay with her getting a head shaved just because hilarious. And yeah, much like there are other similar weight is very much part of identity. This has been her only identity on YouTube. And as she's edging closer and closer to her midlife, which will be long before many of us, she is reaching that point where she'll probably start going bald and get herself a sports car, which someone else will drive for her. It'll come from Temu as well, though, just to be clear.
Double your dose of honey, you feel something. So that's when I was like, something just doesn't seem right to me. And I had 13 pre-filled syringes, so that's 13 weeks worth, and that's like way past expiration date. At that point, potency non-existent. But to answer your question, if I plateau on semaglutide, will I keep taking it? Yes. Are there any updates?
Lol. Doubt. Yawn.
On Rarity? Sadly, no. In my actual gut.
Any updates on Rarity? Of course, there bloody well aren't, because you lost your cat. Your cat's dead. That's why there's no updates. And I wish Rarity wasn't, but let's face it, she's gone.
And soul and heart, I really do believe that someone found her and they're loving on her. They're feeding her, and she has water and warmth and love and laughter and cuddles.
Oh, that's so fake.
Everything that I once gave her.
Shut up, Amber. I'm skipping over this bullcrap. Don't try me with this nonsense.
Please do, because it's going to make both of us very
by
angry.
a psychologist, and the psychologist then said, you need to see positive, see all the signs in you. So I have been assessed by a psychologist, and the psychologist
Citation needed.
then said, you need to be like actively evaluated because you show signs, as that person said. And this was when I was living in Kentucky. So I had scheduled an appointment, but it was literally for 6 months away. And I ended up moving because me and my girlfriend at the time broke up, and I was ready for a change. I did not belong in Kentucky anymore. And I think I had like 3 months to go until my appointment. But obviously since I moved, I wasn't able to attend.
You could have gone, Amber. Bitch, don't shut up.
She could have.
How transferred?
She could have found a doctor where she is. Yeah, exactly. Those are excuses to. Again, she wants to be able to say this crap, but not have gone the extra to actually get diagnosed with stuff. Because she can still say, "I've got it," because she hasn't been told she doesn't.
Interviewed for. Nope, I have not been contacted since I did the interview. Where is Wasabi?
That's because the article was with Cat Tembage. No one cares about Cat Tembage. The article's a load of bollocks.
Yeah, nah.
Right, carrying on.
More than likely, he's laying on the bed. How did you find out Santa wasn't real? So I was laying in the living room. And I did that because I wanted to catch Santa in the act.
Hang on, just the thing, right? I know she's rushed and pressed for time, but when Wasabi was mentioned, probably on the bed, she could have actually gotten a clip and gone on her phone and gone, see, here's Wasabi.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
We have no
Exactly.
Wasabi.
Yep.
I has queries.
Acts. I'm sure most little kids do. So I was sleeping on the couch next to the Christmas tree. Next thing you know, my mom's like, oh my God, my water broke as I was putting Santa's gifts out under the tree. She did not know that I was awake. She did not know that I heard that. But yeah, my mom went into labor on Christmas 2 times with me and with my brother Jonathan. I was born on the 27th though, so she was in labor for like a hot minute. She went in labor with Jonathan early, like in the morning, like in the night while I was sleeping.
F in the chat for her poor defenseless mother.
And actually still had him that day. So my brother Jonathan's birthday is on Christmas. Literally the best Christmas of my life. Do you
No,
deep
I don't
down
like her
want to be
mom.
Skinny? If I could have any
You don't have to like her mother, but unfortunately she brought this into the world.
body type in the world, and I was 100% the healthiest I could be, I still would not want to be skinny. My favorite body type.
Bitch, stop talking about things in extremes. Like,
Sorry, I was about to rage for a hot
right,
second.
okay.
Go ahead.
Save that for another time. It's not about
Okay.
skinny or fat. It's about healthy. Like, you said the healthiest you could be, and then you said skinny. The healthiest you could be is not skinny, and there's no version of this where you could ever be skinny. You're not Nick Ricardo, and that's not because Nick Ricardo. That's not because he. Oh no, how am I phrasing this? It's not because. Okay, he didn't make a career of being fat. You did. Right? He wasn't. His bones were never that. No, set that way. It would take you decades to actually lose the mass. It really would, because you're having to deal with the fact the body as it gets older, and you constantly regenerate muscles, bones. They always change. Yours are having to change just to deal with the stress. Now, I will admit you've got a strong set of bones, ish, but no, it would take too long. because of that lymphedema, lipedema, Nurgle's blessing.
Is like chunky, like curvy, like thick thighs, like good hips, pretty big.
Thick thighs save lives unless they're yours.
But I don't want to be skinny for me.
Big butt. Does Amber have a big butt, or does she have a big shelf? Fiona? There we go, you're back. Okay, carrying on.
I think every body type is beautiful. Skinny, chunky, fat, whatever it may be. Like, I think you are absolutely gorgeous. But for myself, like, I want some curves. I want some meat.
I like she says she wants some curves and meat. Every partner you've dated has been a gym bro. Like Skank Lynn. They're all the same. You like them with a bit of meat, but they all basically live at work and the gym. Don't try us.
Meat. I want my partner to grab onto my chunk. What?
Chunk or chunk under chunk and bit around the chunk and the hedge. Sorry, what?
When is the last time you watched Karina? I'm telling you, the last time I watched her, I think was during live stream era. 3 X's ago, like even before Feline. I don't like that woman. I hate everything about
Bish, you know your ex as well.
that woman. Like, no tea, no shade, but what is going on with her? I chose to like be like, I cannot do this anymore. Like, she puts me in the biggest negative headspace. So I said, I'm actively removing myself from the situation.
Let's go back a sec because I want to make sure I got that right.
Like, no tea, no shade. I knew the last time I watched her.
Oh,
I think it was
Karina
during live stream.
Kaboom, that was it. Yeah. Okay. She can't stand Karina because Karina is right.
Yeah.
Also, Karina has a bit more sass than Amber does. She doesn't use a Valley Girl accent. She doesn't mispronounce words. She doesn't balls up the English language. She doesn't like it. It's hilarious. We do have to download Karina's videos, though, because Karina deletes them too quickly.
Yeah. And she's cool with people. Like, there's an entire channel that does her stuff. But anyway, Karina is on point, and she's smart with how she does her content. I like her.
Yeah. Well, we all make mistakes.
Shut up. You like her, too.
She's all
3
right.
X's ago, like even before Feline. I don't like that woman. I hate everything.
You may not like Karina, but unless you intend to box her, don't try and act brave in a YouTube video because it just makes you look pathetic. Don't forget here, the only movement you have is your head and occasionally your hands. The rest of you barely moves at all.
About that woman, like, no tea, no shade, but what is going on with her? I chose to like be like, I cannot do this anymore. Like, she puts me in the biggest negative headspace. So I said,
You put yourself in the biggest negative headspace, and Karina, much like everyone else, points it out. Just some say it a bit more frankly, and you don't like it. I swear, if Michael B. Petty was still uploading, you would hate him more.
I'm actively removing myself from the situation, and I have not watched her since. So it's literally been years. Are you for or against abortion? I am pro-choice. Will you get another pet?
Hell.
Sorry, I just wanted to pause for a second.
Why is that even a question?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Will you get another
Why is that even
pet?
a question?
Absolutely.
Right, it says no. I press hard X to doubt because I reckon what will happen is Tommy will turn up with one. I reckon Tommy will bring her a pet. And because she's so in love, she'll keep the pet.
I'm still waiting for Rarity to come home. What's the last hypocritical thing you've heard recently that involves another YouTuber? So I don't know if you guys know who this is, but Nikki and Gabby are 2 twins that have done YouTube for so long, probably even longer than me, and I've been on YouTube for 11 years. But either way, they've been on YouTube.
What? About a year and a half longer than me she has. Arguably, she's more of a success as well, which is quite funny to me. At least I didn't get fat, though, because of YouTube.
Literally forever.
Sorry,
a ton of
fatter.
videos. Like, they had like their own channel. Now they have like 2 separate channels because they decided not to make videos together anymore. But regardless, they would get so many views, like millions of views. Like, they were part of like the most famous YouTubers.
I don't
Like,
know
they
who
would go
these
to
are,
like
by the way.
Tarte brands and like Bora Bora because like
Who they
companies would pay for them to do that.
What's
And like
Bora
they were,
Bora?
like part of that group, right? Well, Nikki has recently
Place.
came out on her TikTok and like confessed all of these lies. I'm like talking crazy things that like Nikki and Gabby both lied about and like faked in their videos. Like, so many things that it
Gabby.
literally has left my jaw on the floor. Like, and I still have.
So, what you're saying is, a creator you like is fake. Do try to imagine on my face a modicum of surprise that these creators that get massive are frauds. It turns out it's actually a fairly high percentage of creators that are. In fact, a great demonstration of someone who's a 100% verifiable fraud is currently attempting to act like she's reeling something in here. I know she's not really, but it's the nearest we get to any movement from her.
Yeah, no, I know who this Nikki and Gabby are. This is back in 2020. One of them sold a picture of themselves nude at 3 years old on OnlyFans, and it blew up and was a whole big thing.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was.
There's no way
like
I would have made a video on
2020,
that.
yeah.
There's no way I put that in a video.
No, I think I vaguely remember something about it, but yeah, you wouldn't touch something like that.
No.
Yeah, that too. Those
I
people
do vaguely. It does sound something familiar, but I'm not gonna. No. Carrying on.
Yeah.
Picked it up, and someone picked it up.
Moving
for me.
on.
And I think the reason why my jaw is still sitting on the floor is because nobody's mad. Nobody's mad at them that they have lied and like cheated their way through the YouTube.
So just the thing, many creators lie and cheat their way through the system. It's called the game. Get over yourselves. And now you're all thinking of the game. Congratulations, you've all lost. And hi, Little Lamb. Hope you're well. Hello, everyone that's joined. Hello, anyone that is lurking. Hope you're having a marvelous day today.
Please hit like.
Yes, smash the like and give me your money. But the fact that creators are frauds is hardly a surprise. It's not a surprise. And also, the level of relevancy these creators have is also important. She mentions this as what she's seen on a TikTok now. You, though, mentioned 2020, which means people would have been outraged when this stuff first started breaking. It's been 5 years. Like, nah. People aren't going to be as outraged now because there's no reason to be. They'd rather be outraged that some person who lost their cat, got even fatter, is apparently in a relationship with a feeder, or she's a feedie, and has uploaded content to a website that's solely for fetishes. Allegedly.
She's probably talking about them because they had not uploaded in like a year until a month ago. And they've made like 2 videos in the last month. So they've kind of sort of come back, and that's probably why she's talking about them, is because she thinks that's a talking point that would get her more attention, talking about those people.
Life. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
I'm going to skip ahead slightly
I'm so
here.
confused because, like, but Nikki and Gabby lied about even worse. Being in the upside down right now, and everyone's totally fine with it. Totally cool. You know what? You're Tommy so much. I'm never nervous around Tommy. When I'm laughing,
right. Whenever she talks to Tommy, have you ever seen this? The constant laughter at literally everything. I'm assuming you've noticed it. It's definitely a nervous laughter. I don't know. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
It's a nervous. And Amber could try and downplay this, but it is a nervous laughter. It's not a shot at you, Amber. It's just that's what it is. I said it when you went out clubbing with Alexis, Tommy, and some other skank. That you were nervously laughing the entire time. It's the same chipmunky laugh. It only comes from social anxiety. I see this in people all the time. It's not a criticism. It's because I know what that's like. I've been that before, long ago, trying to fit in. You get it. You can try and downplay it, but you nervously laugh with Tommy. I can't tell if it's because you're trying to hide giddiness or because you're worried she might tell you off again, or ask you to upload more content of the adult variety.
Tommy, it's because I'm happy. Like, I'm genuinely like so happy. I just can't stop laughing. That's a good sign. Like, I want to continue smiling. I want to continue laughing. I want to continue joking. Like, Tommy isn't just my lover.
Tell us, what's Tommy done to find your cat? Since, you know, you did say Tommy was one that's going to go look for your cat while you fucked off home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just say I can't stand people who call their partner their lover. I can't stand that.
No, I'm not. I mean, it's a bit cringe, I guess, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Call whatever you like. But my issue is with the inconsistency here. The pet name aspect is... there are parts of this I want to be really petty about, but I don't have the sass for it.
Petty.
Yeah.
Best friend, and I want to always have fun with her.
Wait, there'll be an Omegon Be Petty channel when the Omegon channel dies.
I've been doing stupid things, and I'm just like giggling like a schoolgirl. It's because I'm happy. Like, she genuinely makes me feel good when I'm around her, and I want to stay that way. Are you still friends with Alexis? And can we get an update on that? We are still friends. We are not as close as we used to be.
Okay, so the Alexis story does. There is a new video Alexis did put out, dunking on Amber again, didn't she? I saw it on Twitter, so I assume this is true. Oh, you BRB'd. Okay. I think there is a video. I don't think they're friends at all now.
I think that I do have like a wall up, and I think she knows. Obviously, like, the trust there, due to the betrayal, like, there's no trust there.
What betrayal?
You know, and I think she knows that, and I think she feels bad, but I think she's being patient and she's being understanding, and she's being...
It's not all about you, you main character loser.
Being kind and just like not forcing anything, which is what I appreciate. Like, I genuinely care about it.
No, shut up. People, just the thing, if you're that kind of person and you're speaking in this manner so flippantly, you don't care about them in the first place. Real friends work their issues out. Space is one thing and time is key, but you have to be willing to talk, not when you decide, not like half a year down the line or something. No, real friends actually bother to resolve it. I've had disagreements in the past with friends, and in some instances I've waited a little because I knew that there was a little bit of anger from them because I was right and they knew it. But for the most part, you work it out. You work it out quickly, because otherwise you're wasting time. Maybe it's a mentality thing, I don't know. I know someone's going to be pedantic enough to say, oh, but if you do this or this and this, you have to wait. In this context from Amber, don't be that person again, please.
Alexis, and I love her, and I know she feels the same for me. So
That's
I'm
a lie.
glad that I was able to forgive her, and we were able to hang out quite a few times and like have a great time. But I think it's going to take a while before things ever get back to how they were, if they ever do. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers right now? Lifeless Cindy.
So definitely not Zachary Michael.
I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I love her videos. Pink Vlogs, which is Pink Sparkles, but her vlog channel, and also Yo Mama. So I'd say those are my top.
I don't know who the first two are, and Your Mama got reamed on a live stream not so long ago, trying to defend Foodie Beauty. I thought it was hilarious.
Right now. How about Bush? I have a Dainty Bush.
Oh no, that was the. Oh. I knew this was coming up at some point. We know because we've seen the picture. Oh no. I'm so sorry that you all had to hear that.
Good. I came back at an interesting time.
She got the question, how big is your bush? Her reply, I have a dainty bush. And in the captions, it was lowercase bush the first time, capital bush the second time.
I see that, yeah. I was like, why would you talk about that on YouTube? Why would you talk about that in public, period?
It's not that, it's how she says it that actually, right here.
How big is your bush?
Okay.
I have a dainty bush.
That, right.
That smug ass.
On Twitter, somebody had said, it may be dainty at the front, but at the back, you've got the forest.
Oh, jeez. And Laura, who are you talking about, hon?
Oh, that's too good. I've got the smug face as well. I've managed to pull it back. You are an adult. I am an adult.
Smug.
It's just, it's too funny that she actually answered this question and decided to answer this. Like, I'm sorry. You put this in your video.
Puck, come here, Puck. I got you, Puck, baby.
Puck's pregnant now. No, it's not.
Well,
no.
I know by me.
It's not. I know and I understand this isn't meant to be funny, but it's just the.
No. How big is your bush?
Smugness, the absolute smugness.
Dainty bush.
Oh, thank you, Laura. I don't know who that is. I'll have to look into them.
I have a dainty bush. I have a dainty bush.
Jesus.
I have a dainty bush. I have a dainty bush.
Okay, I dare you. Make that a GIF. Make it a GIF.
I have a
Do
dainty
it.
bush.
Do it. Do it.
I have a dainty bush. I have a dainty
Stop.
bush.
That's enough.
I have a dainty bush. I have a dainty bush.
It's enough.
I have a dainty bush. I have a dainty bush. I have a dainty bush. I have a dainty bush.
Quit.
I have a dainty bush.
I'm gonna yell at you. Stop
Oh.
it.
Question and have him answer.
Oh,
all.
it's too good.
Okay, it's funny, but stop.
Question that you ask him. Honestly,
We have
there's
to
a lot.
move on. We've got crap to do.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't resist.
I have a whole interview. I
He's
think you're gonna
horrible.
trust. Jordy,
Right. Continuing.
hello. I know you're watching.
Yes.
I know you're watching by yourself first,
Cooper.
and then you like to watch again while you're reacting, which is weird because why can't you just watch the first time during your reaction? Is it because you have to think of things to say and to?
Well, that's generally how it works, Amber. Some people don't have a natural wit, so they like to consume the information first and then provide commentary. Now, I will say, I have not watched any of this first on purpose.
Same.
Because it turns out, while I don't have a life, I have more of a life than you do, and don't want to waste it doing this. In fact, I spent most of my day finishing up the tidying up in my cabin because I was far too hectic. Okay. Hell, I did more eating a roast dinner
don't.
than you did making this video, talking about your dainty bush. I don't really. It's okay if it bothers you. Think about, as someone in the chat mentioned, the mullet at the back. It's just you know, I'm not you know, I'm not going to bother consuming it twice. It will be once, pump and done kind of thing, you know. And if Geordie wants to watch first and then react, that's totally fine, because that gives you a chance to first of all know what you're talking about ahead of time. But he juicy pops up, you know where the moment is, but also it gives you a chance to fully consume and then yes, give a good response, because then you're not so much a reactor, you become more of a responder, but in a live setting. And live settings are totally fine, by the way. You're gonna make me cry. I'm glad. Yeah. Have you heard of Major?
He's gonna make me vomit.
Have you heard of Major D. Bush?
Stop it, Timmy!
Complain about and to nitpick and
Shut up.
all the little fat
Keep
jokes
watching.
you make. Is that what it is? You have to like ponder that while you're playing your little World of Warcraft in your mom's basement.
World of Warcraft's not a bad game, Amber.
No.
And
Is
just the
this
thing.
where he's talking about? He's talking about Geordie.
No, Zachary Michaels, someone that got their mental health apparently got reamed by this silly bish. At some point, I don't know if
Bitch
it's
can fuck off with that shit.
so.
Too. Next one.
First thing, Mum's Basement trope is dead. Geordie gets more from live stream donations than you do from your videos. You're jealous. You try and deflect onto them by going for insecurities, but the problem is you are the most insecure person. So you're playing the tropes because you have no original thoughts. Playing World of Warcraft in your mum's basement would have been apt for a descriptor 15 years ago. But 15 years ago, Geordie wouldn't have been on the platform.
Don't answer that, because that's not the question. My question is, you say that you want, to work for me, you want me to go on semaglutide and lose.
No, I want you to lose weight without semaglutide, because then you'll actually lose weight. I know I'm not Geordie, but I'm going to speak for Geordie here. Lose it properly, you silly bish. Go to the sodding gym.
Wait, you say that you're just a reaction channel and you're reacting to just, me as a person, and supposedly I'm just not a good person and all that. But what
You're not.
makes you better? Everyone.
Oh, what makes everyone better? That's easy. We don't have a cat called Rarity. Oh, hang on, you don't either. We haven't lost a cat called Rarity. Can you say the same? Oh, hang on. Have we cheated on diets and forgotten? Oh, I know, it's good, isn't it? Right, have we failed on diets repeatedly and made ourselves even bigger as time's gone by? Have we skanked our way through quite a few states, I might add? Have we tried to break up marriages so we can be a third wheel and not a third wheel at the same time? Have we uploaded feeder content to a site and then claimed it was done by somebody, by defamation, I might add, on your part? Have we lied about everything about our identity, including our medical history? No!
In a minute or 2 minutes, you have a fat joke.
By the way, if I can think
I
of
believe
this...
that was a mic drop.
Thank you. I don't have to sit here and... I'm not trying to big myself up because I don't care. I don't have to sit here and watch it twice to be able to say that. But I will just say it because I don't care. You're a hypocrite. You call him a hypocrite, but I'll be honest, he has the sass and you don't like it. The fact you're obsessively watching him tells me a lot about you.
A very mean fat joke. You are fat.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Words you don't understand. I couldn't care less what people say. Someone calls me fat, I promise you the response is, bitch, don't try me. I weigh nothing. I weigh nothing. Only person I look fat next to is David. And he weighs like, I don't know.
Everybody looks
he weighs
fat
like 2 stone or something.
Fatphobic,
Yeah.
and you're fat shaming, and your audience eggs it on.
Oh, shut up, fatphobic fat. Everyone's afraid of being fat. Everyone's afraid. Fat shaming. No one's shaming you for being fat. They're shaming you for being a liar, a cheater, and a deceptive little cow bag.
Yeah.
Oh, and for doing feeder porn.
What makes you any better than me? You are actively making fun of someone's weight, size, and body.
Yeah, because you brought it on yourself and you're using a cheat code to try and bring it down. Like, don't talk about fat phobia and fat shaming when you're the person unwilling to do the right thing to lose the weight, but instead are willing to use I don't know if semaglutide is the same as Ozempic in the respect of being a diabetic with diabetes medication, but you're willing to cheat with something you shouldn't be using. So clearly you're fat phobic and fat shaming yourself. Logic.
For money, for monetization gain.
Complaining about this. I'm sorry. You put yourself on camera. You put your, and I'm gonna say this. You put your fat ass on your
Shelf.
sofa. Yeah, and make this content. Everybody knows one of the first rules of the internet: don't put it out there unless you are prepared for what comes back.
Mm-hmm.
It's as simple as that. It really, truly is.
Yeah.
Because people behind a keyboard, that is where they are their ugliest.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. This is why I don't go on camera. Because I'm a secure person. I'm not that kind of secure person, because that is the first thing that people who don't like you go for.
Yeah, so
is your appearance. And everybody knows that.
Just to continue, because we'll get derailed by that otherwise as well. And I'm fully on board with what you say. Chat, why is she so impressed with others' successes? Because it's not her success. As simple as that. She doesn't like that they make money and get more positivity from her when she gets all the negativity and is losing money.
I'm the bad person. I know
You are definitely a bad person.
rebuttal. I know you're going to manipulate your audience.
I'm going to ignore this one. We're going to go to the next one. Oh, hang on. Do we have a tweet first?
Yeah.
Nick Ricardo uploaded a 40-minute unfettered shade towards Amblin Reed. My jaw is on the ground. Now, he did. Not this one. This one here, titled Addressing the Amblin Situation. It has 51,000 views on Nick Ricardo Avocado 3. There's a part 2 as well. I would watch this, but it's 40 minutes. I can't go through it, but there are some tweets here as well. Oh, hang on. The Zachary Michael rant, that is in this video. Okay, so we know it's in this video, the Zachary Michael rant. So we'll put the captions on, speed it up. No, that's quality. Where's the speed? No, sleep. There it is. Sorry, sleep timer confuses me. Why does that exist on YouTube? Can we just listen to Captain Shadowclaw? This is a really good song.
If you want to.
It's not on Spotify though. It annoys me.
No,
It's such a. It's an AI generated song, and I think it's hilarious. Oh, comments underneath.
I know, you sent it to me.
Put it on Discord. I thought it was great. Someone going after somebody for mental health when you're harping about your childhood at your age is wild, and you're the sociopath. The fact that you waddled into Zachary Michael's DMs for help, but now you're trashing them for their mental health is exactly why you get hate Amber. And wow, guys, I don't know how I did it. I sat on my couch for 30 minutes answering questions no one cared about and barely edited 4 videos. Yes. Oh, hang on. Plumpy's looking at me. Give me a moment. What is Plump?
Okay.
Is Plump okay? What's up?
Wizzy.
What's up? What's up, Plump? Do you want a treat? I'm not meant to give you treats today. Would you like some jerky?
Give a treat.
Do you want chicken or beef?
Give a treat.
Chicken or beef? Do you want chicken? Or do you want beef? I'll put one in front of you. You may pick one. Yeah, you want the chicken. Yeah, you do. You get your jerky on, alright? Don't tell them I gave you jerky, though, okay? Good girl. Don't knock on me, because
For those who are new and don't know, Plumpy is also Wizzy, who's also Lizzie, who's a beautiful, 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 beautiful baby girl. Plumpa plump.
Pwampa pwamp. The L becomes a W. Pwampa pwamp.
Plumpa plump.
Close enough. Hello, Lassaman. Hope you're well.
Lassaman?
I didn't really. I forgot to say hello to you earlier. My apologies. Carrying on though.
A new video. So this is the first series where you guys have asked me 100 questions and I answered 25 in each video. So things kind of got heated. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because you got so high on your own fart gas. Nothing you said carried any weight. Geordie just got free content from you, which meant you got free content from Geordie.
Yep.
Bitch, we know the game. You played it.
For like, who knows what's gonna happen. So as a disclaimer, I just feel like I need to say this because I don't know if you guys have seen the other 3 parts, but if you haven't, you definitely should. The reason why I'm doing this is because for the next 2
Definitely do not. We've suffered through it so far for 2.5 hours. You've suffered enough, okay? We'll do this one and it'll probably be the end of this stream, to be fair.
days, I am gonna be kind of busy and I'm not really gonna have time to edit. But
Oh, shut up with this I'm busy for 10 days thing. Firstly, you've changed your shirt 4 times, and then you say you're busy for the next 10 days. Why did you bother changing your shirt? Why? Why bother doing that? Because that tells us you're 10 days from the point you're recording.
I'm gonna be filming, so don't worry about that. And I wanted to keep my promise and upload every other day for you guys.
Shut up. You break promises all the time.
So in order to do that, sometimes I have to pre-film. So let's get into it. What is the update on the BPD therapist for you? So I was gonna see
BPD therapist, huh? I think she was just given like a foam bat and told to hit herself with it and see what happened.
Therapist when I was in Wisconsin, but they were located in Wisconsin. And I was a dumb, wasn't thinking at the time, and I do not live in Wisconsin. I live in Oklahoma.
Yes, you did. For 3 months. It wasn't a short stay.
So now I have to re-find someone. That's literally the update. Will you consider doing daily weigh-ins for YouTube again?
You should, because I want to hear your scale say, we don't go this high. You need the next one.
I don't think that I'll ever do daily weigh-ins on YouTube again.
If you stand on 2 scales that both go up to 550 with 1 foot on each side, will that give you an accurate readout?
Jesus Christ.
It's just a query. It's just a question. I'm just wondering. Science is involved here, and I need to know. Just a thought.
But for myself, yes.
Science.
Will I give you guys weigh-ins eventually once I start something?
You never give us weigh-ins in the first place. We just got shots of the ceiling. Do the proper one that Nick Carter used to do. Actually stand on it and hold that fupa with pride.
Tide, yes. Am I nervous? Yes. But is it going to happen? It is. I'm not sure how frequent I'm going to do these weigh-ins, but they're definitely going to be here. When was the last time you spoke to your brothers or dad? So I don't speak to my dad by choice.
Hang on, hang on. In previous videos, you were bleating on about issues going on with family members. Like, you were straight up talking about them as if they were your... When I put main character syndrome on the title of this stream, it's because of crap like this, where she then talks about not speaking to certain members of her family, yet they're going through problems.
I love him dearly, and that comes unconditional, but I do get updates on him because I do worry about him. But the last time I talked to him was probably like a year and a half ago. One of my brothers I messaged just like a week ago, and the other one was probably like 2 weeks ago. Tommy's calling.
Oh, Tommy's calling everyone.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. So yeah, the last time I spoke to my dad was a year and a half ago, and brothers is like week, 2 weeks.
Why leave
How
that
tall are
in?
you?
Yeah, why leave it in? She put it's solely baked because no one believes that she had a conversation with Tommy.
Yeah.
So I'm 5'3", and every single time I meet a subscriber,
Yeah, you're a midget. We got you.
okay, I'm not gonna say every single time. See, me and Absolutes, we just like are best friends or something. A lot of the time when I meet subscribers, people are like, oh my god, like you are so much shorter than I thought you were.
Yeah, I remember meeting a couple patrons once, and they swore to me they were 5'2" and 5'3", and I met them, and I was like, no, because by UK measurements, you know, the whole imperial numbers, the metric and imperial thing, you'd be somewhere around, and then I put my hand in that sort of area, and I'm like, you sure it said 5'3" and not 4'3"?
Where for some reason a lot of people online think I'm like 5'7", 5'8". No,
I mean, if you're 5'7", 5'8", I think your spine still stood a chance. But right now, I believe you probably are that tall, actually, if your spine wasn't being heavily pulled down.
I say I'm 5'3", but I'm like 5'2" and a half. What is something you want to do on your YouTube channel that you haven't done before? So
Lose weight.
I thought of this idea because of all the fan art that you guys have been sending me, like the whole time I've been on YouTube. But then like me finally showing it to my audience was so fun that I thought of an idea. I kind of want to have like a little contest where people are
No, don't do that. I've done that before where I 3D printed badges, because that means you have to commit to something, Amber, and you can't do it. Whereas I actually willingly sent all the badges to the winner, the same person, because the same person won about 3 to 4 competitions.
I'm the judge, and
Yeah.
there will be a cash prize. So I haven't really gone into like the logistics of it all and all that, but it's an idea that I'm having, and I really think it would be fun to do in 2025. So I'm just putting that out there that there might be a little competition starting soon.
Well, let's see. My main goals for this year, there are 2. They're not YouTube though. One is successfully make the path from the house to my cabin, so I have a proper walkway. I'm going to be doing that in February. Okay. The other goal is I want to build a whiskey cabinet, because the one I have is not a whiskey cabinet, it's a display cabinet. It's not designed to hold all these bottles. I want to build one that can. I would put money on me doing both of those long before she finishes anything.
Soon. Obviously, I will definitely keep you guys updated. You've faced a lot of hate online over the years. Do you ever feel like you deserve some of it, or is there a part of you that feels completely...
You deserve all of it. The moment you lost Rarity was the moment I no longer cared about any hate you received, and honestly, I no longer feel that anyone is too harsh to you because you lost Rarity. The moment that happened, I lost all faith in your ability to be what's considered human. So I'm not going to treat you with any level of empathy.
completely misunderstood. I do not think I have done anything that deserves downright hatred.
You lost Rarity.
Criticism? Yes.
You also cheated on exes, on people you were dating. You shat on them in video form and live stream form, and then tried to play defense when they went after you, when they finally were able to, because they were terrified because you threatened to sue them. You lied about a number of medical diagnoses. You misled your viewers, but most importantly, you lost your cat.
Yep.
Critique? Yes. Opinions? Yes. Go for it all day. But stalking? No. Harassment?
No one's stalking you. Shut up. And it's not harassment because it's criticism. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Pepperidge Farm always remembers.
Always remembers.
No. Do I feel misunderstood? Yes.
You're not misunderstood. You're an open book. Just because you're in camo doesn't mean we can't see through you. You're not John Cena. Okay? We fully understand you and we can see you. I can see you and I'm across a freaking ocean. There are mountains between us and oceans, and I can still see you from the top of my house.
All of
Hobbit.
the time. because I will literally say something, do something that has one meaning and one explanation, but somehow once it's put on YouTube and everyone watches it and the reaction channels and everyone,
It has one meaning and
Get
one.
your hand out of the camera.
Yeah, it has one meaning in your eyes, right? You think it has one meaning, but the fact anyone's able to infer, imply, or assert anything else tells you, and should tell you if you are smart enough, that actually it can be interpreted many other ways. You speak like someone who tweets. You speak with the idea that you can't convey, because you use the same inflections, the same mannerisms, you basically don't use the correct tone for when you're talking about anything. It's either accusatory or valley girl or hectic. That's all it is with you. Because of that, you speak like you tweet.
everyone comments on it, and it becomes something completely different. And I'm like, what just happened? That's like a big misunderstanding. So yes, I do feel
It would be less of a misunderstanding if you could ever prove it, but you won't prove it because that means actually doing something.
misunderstood. And I know that's like a cliche thing that people say, but like I genuinely deep down don't feel like people understand me. What exactly is your foster care timeline? Because we are all so...
I don't care about your foster care timeline, but I'm looking forward to this part.
So it does
Can
sound
you
confusing
tell?
because I was in foster care from the ages of 8 to 18. I was ward of the state, and I know you guys hear me talk a lot about, well, when I was younger, my parents, my dad, my this, my that, my grandma, and then you guys...
You talk about your foster thing all the time, and you have actually over the years told about 4 to 5... Are you pooping in this screenshot? You've told a few different versions of the story, and I'll be honest, I don't care.
Go, but wait a minute, I thought you were in foster care. So let me explain. So I was 8 years old when I was first taken from my parents. That is when I became ward
really
of the
don't give a
state,
shit
in and
about
out
her
of foster
childhood.
homes, shelters, and group homes. I was 13 years old when they made the decision, okay, we're going to give your parents a chance. It's going to be considered a trial. You're going to live with them. You're still going to be ward of the state.
I don't like that she does this, because this means she is now publicly, in a way, crapping on her mum. And I think if you've got a good... Even if your mum's okay with it, you still shouldn't do it. Because she's your mother. Everyone makes... And I know people make mistakes, and obviously I can't support her mother for the mistakes they made. Cannot support it. But I do think this part should be offline. It should never be online. Because the more you're putting out there, the more you're leaning into the part your mum's criminal back record was put out there. Like, you're adding more fuel to a fire that should not exist. And you're actually creating. The haters are going to latch onto this, and they're going to destroy you for it. So I'm going to move on.
Big portion of people who watch me who really strongly dislike me and twist everything that I say
Okay.
and call me a liar, etc., etc. I'm afraid for those people to touch that, to touch my foster care experience, because it's something that has transformed my whole life.
Then don't talk about it, Amber. If you went through foster care, don't be surprised if somebody managed to dig that up. Stop adding fuel to that fire if it means so much to you. But because we know it doesn't, it's going to happen. In fact, I'd put money on it being inevitable at this point.
The
I've
info's
never-
probably already out
Well,
there.
I've done like
Yeah.
impact a lot of Delta 8 before.
Ah, here we are.
Were you high filming the pizza and Doritos viral video? Yes. I
Were you high filming the pizza and... Right, okay, first of all, that viral video was a fluke because you added it as a throwaway clip to bulk out a Wisconsin vlog. When you used a blower, you vaguely ran and you squeaked. I looped the squeak on a lot because it was hilarious. You look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man now, by the way. You can't... It went viral and that's great, but you really harped on about it, milked it, because it was a fluke. I'm sorry, but there are people who put effort into their content. They can't get that kind of traction. You got one jammy video on TikTok and it means nothing.
had smoked a lot of Delta 8 before that clip. Is there anything that you're keeping from us? Of course, every single
Yes, the truth.
YouTuber is keeping something from you, I promise. What state did you grow up in? Because you remind me of
A mess.
the girls I met in California, especially in the way that you talk. Well, you hit the nail on the head because I actually grew up in California. And since that's the time where you're like growing and you're learning everything, I still have so much California in me. I left California
Oh, that's not a brag. That just tells us your digestive system isn't that great.
when I was 18. And it's like since then I've lived in so many different places and I have learned and experienced different things and different accents and this and that because I'm very much the type of person
learn
I sometimes
shit.
like mimic accents. And I know a lot
No,
of
you're a locust, Amber. You go from place to place to harvest. When the harvest is bountiful, you'll consume and consume, and when it's done and dry, you move on to the next one. Proof of that is, in fact, your
Pretty
life.
people can do that, and it is very much a thing that people do even without even realizing it. But one accent has always stuck with me, and that's obviously where I was raised, California, because that's truly
No, shut up. No, you picked that up later in content. In your earlier videos, you didn't do it. In fact, you didn't do it up until about 3 to 4 years ago. I know this because I was watching you.
She was very soft-spoken, if memory serves, in
She also,
her original content.
yeah, she also when she was in Kentucky, she put on a southern accent from time to time, try and sound a bit more y'all, which I thought was hilarious.
What's in my heart, and I miss it there so much. Like, California is everything.
I mean, if you went there right now to California, LA especially, I can imagine, you know, you might be useful.
Does the hate online towards Tommy reflect your relationship at all? It did in the beginning.
The hate towards Tommy is entirely justified. It was to protect you, and you refused to listen.
And we almost like indefinitely broke up. Like, it was almost.
No, you didn't. You said you broke up, and you were pointing at her while she was in your living room.
For real, for real. It was scary, it was sad, it was vicious. Like, I felt horrific, like, genuinely, for her and for me.
No one believes
Then when
this.
people found out, when people found out who Tommy was, there actually was this massive outcry of people trying to look out for her.
But they're just haters.
And we're like, no, look at, they actually did have her best interest, because they were like, hey, listen, I might not like the content you make, but nobody deserves to die like this.
Yeah, honestly.
You know.
But everyone won't listen. It's BPD.
Mm-mm.
That's what it is, everyone. No, it's not that. It's she really is a locust. Really is. And I like she's talking about these emotions here, but she's saying it with such that expression of I don't have any actual emotion. Like it's on the face is the face tells the truth when the mouth betrays everything else. It's like you can tell as many lies as you like, but the pupils give you away, right?
Myself, like, she had never ever experienced something like that in her mental.
Yeah, Tommy shouldn't have been anywhere near you, but you should never have gone anywhere near Tommy. And by the way, Tommy reached out to you, remember? Yeah. That sounds familiar.
I felt that so bad. It
bit.
genuinely worried me. But we chose love. And we chose happiness. And we do that every single day. Minus how many people want to tear us apart. What is something you're currently looking forward to? Tommy's actually coming to visit me. And
Oh no.
I am so freaking excited. You have no idea. Are you going to get your pets microchipped? Like, I never in a million years thought something would happen to my babies like that. Like, I genuinely didn't. Like, it feels like a freak accident. But I suck. Accidents happen.
It wasn't an accident. Shut up, Amber. It's no longer an accident. I would believe you did it on purpose because you were there long enough to know what to do at that time. It's not accidental. You can say, oh, but your mind slipped for a moment because there's so much going on in Amber's main character brain. But as I said, there's nothing between your ears but lard. So actually, it's muscle memory. Although I know you don't have any of those, although you might do. It's just not. It's up in the air, really. No, you intentionally you opened that door. You know your cat's an indoor cat. You're a negligent little bastard, and you know you let your cat down. You can pray and say you're praying and wishing your cat's living happy and blah blah. In cat heaven, they might be. In the mortal realms, they're not.
And I should have had the microchip sooner. But yes, I am. What kind of nutritionist are you seeing?
Prove it.
RDN, which stands
Sorry.
Why aren't they now?
Yeah,
they should have been immediately the moment
you know why?
Rarity disappeared.
Because she went and got herself a $61 planner. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
for
right.
a registered
that's right.
dietitian.
Oh, she's seeing a nutritionist. Is your nutritionist called Nick?
No, KFC.
Last name.
KFC.
Last name. That hipster fruit thing, vegetable. Avo.
Avocado.
Yeah. Just Avo. The Cardo is silent.
Avo. Oh, yeah,
Nico
of course.
Avo.
New age.
Yeah.
Nutritionist. Why won't you confirm or deny anything Alexis said about you and Celine?
Because admitting what Alexis has said would mean to admit that she is telling the truth.
told Feline that I was not going to talk about her. Yes, I'll say things in passing like this, but I am not going to sit here talk about our.
You're not going to say anything about Feline because you know damn well if Feline says something about you, Feline's probably going to come at you with enough receipts to ruin you. Because that'll be 3 ex-girlfriends, 3 that would destroy you.
About her as a person, I'm not going to say anything, even if that makes me look horrifically bad. Why do you think people glorify and accept reality TV stars or other YouTubers for doing the same exact things that you do, but yet you get so much hate and judgment for the exact same things?
Because Anne Boleyn is a piñata. They aren't.
I feel like I have talked about this in every language known to mankind. It's because it's
Except for English, apparently. Or any language spoken by mankind, because you speak fat.
fun to hate the fat girl.
Oh, God.
Not only that, but it's fun to hate Amber Lynn. It's fun to call her a liar.
What?
It's fun to create rumors around her. It's fun to nitpick.
Nothing.
There has been a whole community of people that have
I'm
created
right.
this safe environment for them. Safe for them. not for me.
You are.
But there's a whole community that feels safe for them because they're
I don't feel so. I'm glad I'm not a part of any of these communities, because I can just tell you're an idiot. You'll never see it, because even after all these years, you've still never acknowledged my existence. You own, and that's the thing. I think there's a level, and others have said it's a level of fear. I don't think it's that. I think it's because going after the reactors who upload daily or multiple times a day, you know, they're constantly on you and on Chantal and other lolcows. I don't think you've gone for me because why would you bother? I don't generate the interest, right? When you can go after Zachary Michael or someone much smaller in the form of Geordie. Like, you won't go after anyone with a reasonable size following unless there's a window of opportunity. You don't have that with me, do you? I genuinely am annoyed to an extent that she's never properly acknowledged me, because I thought, you know, maybe during December she might just recognise that she's a shit person. Through my videos, of course, you know, telling her she is.
Of course. And for those watching on the replay, yes, we're a little bit meaner than possibly we usually are, because don't fuck with animals. Neither one of us really care for that. You lose any ground whatsoever. We do not give a shit. Anyway, disclaimer. Carry on.
Continuing.
they're leaving their own worlds where they're stressed out or they're depressed or they're going through this or that, and they're attacking the fat chick. Everyone else in the
Oh, shut up. It's not a blame game passed down thing, right? Just because the manager's angry, he's lashed out the next person down. They lash out the next person down until they get to the last person. No, it's not that. This is their job, and you are the pinata.
world can be
A really big pinata with a shelf butt.
normal humans and make
And,
And a
and it's our own
dainty
damn fault.
bush.
Oh my god, I knew you were going to say some shit like that. Stop it. No, and again, the obvious thing, it is your own fault that you are this pinata, because if you didn't bite back, nobody would react to you. Same with Chantal. If you did not cause reaction, nobody would cover you because nobody would give a shit. We don't really give a shit. It's just funny to poke at you. Okay, there.
Confirmed. Right, continuing.
Nah.
mistakes,
Continuing.
and that's okay. Yes, there will be judgment, but like me, I will make the same mistakes, and people will attack me for a decade about something I did a decade ago. It's never
Probably because you're still doing it a decade later, you silly bitch.
going to change.
Yep.
I have to literally embrace it and accept it. What is something that you think isn't fair that the haters or reaction channels have done? So kind of like what I was talking about just now. They've
Oh, Arcta. So last year, this silly cowbag, staying at her girlfriend's, she went from Oklahoma to Wisconsin to briefly stay with a girlfriend for 3 months, took her 2 cats and a dog. During that stay, she opened the back door and let her cat out. Not intentionally, apparently, but her cat has since not returned. She made videos during December, but filmed in November, crying about it, and crying about the hate she received for her cat going missing, claiming she was doing everything to find her cat. All she did was stay in the house all day, waiting for her girlfriend to come home from work so they could drive around and put some flyers out, and that was it. She then she left the state of Wisconsin and went back to Oklahoma, leaving her cat there. Never finding her cat. In fact, she's more excited talking to Tommy, but never about whether Tommy's found the cat. Because her priorities were all over the place, and she never cared about a pet in the first place. My view is this being proof of this idiot's inability to do simple tasks like commit to finding her cat, be a decent human being, treat your pets the way you claim you treat them. Yeah. You were commenting when Wizzy came on. Oh, well, Wizzy's currently making old lady noises right now. She's going back to sleep. She's looking a bit plump.
created a whole community that thrives on talking
They thrive and make more money than you as well.
badly about me. It's simply more than the typical like, oh, every YouTuber gets hate. It's way more than that. Have you had any BPD episodes in your current relationship with Tommy? I have. Yes. Do you bring food into the bedroom sexually? I don't. I think one time, like in a past relationship, I might have like licked whipped cream off of somebody. Are you happy?
Bitch. You may have licked whipped cream off somebody in a current relationship, but I think you more likely had it licked off you because there's no way you're doing the licking anymore, not without chewing. I think the issue you've got here, Amber, is right now there are videos comments, pictures, and some speculations going around about your fetishes. And much of what you say is undone from that. So you mentioning licked whipped cream is solely done as bait to get that response and draw comparison to the adult concept.
Having any negative thoughts towards starting semaglutide again? I am, because I don't like medicine. You guys know that. Like, I'm scared to take a simple ibuprofen sometimes. Like, my negative thoughts are
We know you know how to swallow, so shut up.
very, what if something bad happens to my pancreas? Or what if I do get thyroid cancer? Or what if I get really, really bad side effects? What if it
Oh, if only medicine was there to help you.
kills me? Like, I literally think the worst. I really do think that semaglutide is a great tool for me. So I shoved down those negative thoughts, and that's the very reason why. But this is now the third time I've done it. And it's like, each time makes sense of why I stopped it. I never stopped.
Think about this, Amber. If you go on semaglutide again, and you fail again, you can say you are the first person to have failed at a cheat code for weight loss 3 times. Do it 2 more times, and you could do a spinneroonie.
It because I didn't enjoy it. Like, I genuinely loved being on semaglutide, where it's like
A
the food
dainty
noise was gone.
rooney.
I didn't really feel that hungry. Like, that feeling was so nice. Like, I genuinely love it. I'm not gonna lie. And it's because like
We'll call it
What?
the dainty pusheroonie.
Stop it! No. bad, Meg, bad. But no, all this stuff, everything I've read about the semaglutide and all this other stuff is, when you stop taking it, you gain it all back.
Yeah, so stop
Like,
using.
quickly.
Don't use the cheat code
You
then.
know.
Don't use it.
Yeah.
How about that? Some people, there are people who are really famous and really rich that are constantly on it. Yeah, because they come off it, they're going to get porky again. Go back to your natural weight and then lose it properly. Go to the fucking gym. Continue. We haven't got much left, thankfully.
every day of my
Oh,
life
yeah.
since I was just a little girl, I've always turned to food. Like, that's just what I did. I always think about it, whether it's because I'm happy, so let's celebrate.
So do I. But I go to the gym as well, you bish.
Eat, or I'm depressed, so
puppy.
let's eat because I'm sad. Like, just, it's annoying. So it's nice not to feel that way.
Give her
because,
fast
like, it's a new
for me.
feeling. What
No,
was your
'cause
first kiss like with Tommy?
I don't
Who
wanna
kissed you
reach down
first?
yet.
So the first time I ever met Tommy in person, she
Lazy.
rented a Jeep, which is my favorite car. So she surprised me, and I was waiting outside of my apartment for her. She rolled up in the Jeep. She got out of the Jeep, and there's tons of cars and people. Like, I live in a very populated place, so I was expecting, you know, for us to just hug. But oh boy, did I want to kiss. But I am that girly pop. I don't really make the first move. I'm kind of like a shy little thing, and I
Shut up, are you? Skank.
really want my partner to make the first move. So I was not expecting it. She hugged me,
Why do-
and then just like instantly kissed me. And
Like,
it was like fireworks.
why do we
It was
need to know
magic.
this?
It was fire and
We
hot.
need to know this so we know that Amber got intimate. She's not a virgin. She got intimate.
Oh.
Even though we're pretty sure most of our relationships
Oh.
were sexless.
And like, I loved it. It was perfect. Did you have sex with Tommy the first day that you met her in person? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Do you want to marry Tommy? Oh, I'm marrying Tommy. Do you truly believe
Well, it'll be a very short one. Mostly because you won't see your first anniversary.
Zachary Michael needs you to maintain the amount
Ah.
of money he currently is making on YouTube? I love the way that this question is worded, because I don't think Zach needs me in the sense of like to keep his YouTube channel or to keep.
He doesn't need you at all. Zachary Michael does reasonably well without you, which means he has what you don't have. To be fair, I don't need you either. Because I do a lot of social commentary in other areas. I always have.
Mhm.
But I know that if I want views, end of year reviews on you, do it. But generally, there are creators who don't need you. Zachary Michael is one of them.
Keep some views afloat, nothing like that. Like, he doesn't need me in that sense. Like, he could post anything and get some views. I do stand by that. But with
He got good views doing a video that wasn't on you, but doing videos cooking your food.
the amount of money that he is currently making, he needs me. He needs my videos, yes. Without
At what time of the year, though?
a doubt, 100%. I do believe that. Like, it's just a really weird coincidence to me that, like, when I take weeks off, and I've done it a few times recently, let's hope that doesn't happen anytime soon, but it's just really weird to me that when I take weeks off, all of a sudden, Zachary Michael is going through mental health problems, and he can't post, and he doesn't know what to post, and he doesn't feel motivated.
no.
But the minute Amberlyn Reed posts, there's
Yeah, she went there.
Oh, no. Okay, so
Yeah, she did.
considering how much you've latched onto your own mental health struggles, concerns, woes, everyone else's physical and mental health problems, woes, and debilitating concerns, bleh, you latch onto everything going on in their lives and yours and make it part of your identity as something to be front and center as a reason for you not being responsible, you not being accountable, you not being able to be an adult. You should never use that as a talking point with a certain amount of irony when concerning one of your haters. You really shouldn't. Not because they can cry victim, No, but because this makes you look like the very thing we know you are, and that is a genuinely shitty person. Like,
Yep.
there are some of your haters who are going to sink that low. Zachary Michael isn't one of them. So you have just gone and thrown a spanner in the works and guaranteed easy content for everyone by being a dick at the most inopportune moment, right?
Yep.
You should never have done that part. Like, you tried to correlate poor mental health with you coming back. It's not that. There are times where anyone can feel genuinely down in the dumps and like crap, but they know when it's time to go to work, you go to work. And that could be as a YouTuber, that could be in any job in life. When it's time to go to work, and this is his job, their job, Zachary Michael's job, it's Zachary's job, right? This is Zach's job. So they're going to have to get to work. Simple as that. I feel the same way from time to time. That's why last year I didn't use the avatar as much. This year, though, the promise is to use my avatar every day. Because I like my avatar. But sometimes you have to force yourself. And Zachary Michael's no different. You believing this is about you, though. Oh, no. This does you no favours. This makes you look really shit.
It does, because out of all of the reactors that are out there, I would have to say, to my knowledge, Zachary has been the most giving and forgiving.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Phoenix.
Especially about her when she has popped up and said things about her own mental health and whatnot. He's been in, Zachary, sorry if the pronouns are wrong, Zachary has been in DMs with Amber before.
Yeah.
And for her to pull this out of her ass, out of all the reactors she could take a bite at,
Zachary's the wrong one.
You pick Zach.
I mean, it could have carried on.
I hadn't seen. Yeah.
Could have carried on with the Lordy Geordie stuff, to be honest. Could have carried on with just railing on Geordie instead. But Zachary's a weird one because, again, as you said, Amber had reached out to Zachary when her mental health wasn't great. So it is a case. She said she wouldn't talk bad about Feline. She's waiting for the right time to do it. Like, it's that case of she only wants. The only way she'll talk smack is when the cards are in her hand. When she when she knows there's not going to be any fight. In this instance, Zachary Michael has every right to absolutely destroy her for this one.
Well, I've seen Zachary's response to this. I hadn't seen her video, but I have seen a clip of Zachary, and Zachary had every right to be angry.
Was Zachary
because
angry?
Of the context of, yes, it's a beautiful clip. I'll say that much. I think it's in the tab.
And director, you're thinking of Foodie Beauty. I don't know if I've got the Truth, Amberlyn Reid. So that's 2 days ago and yesterday. I don't have. No, it's not in the tab. I have Zachary Michael's response getting more views.
Yep.
Yeah, won't go to therapy, but
won't.
It might be that, I don't know. But Amberlyn got 30,000 views and Zachary Michael got 67. That's the thing. I mean, there are some people pointing out Zachary's obviously getting a bit bigger, but I don't give a crap about people's size. That's another separate discussion. But Zachary's still nowhere near as big as Amber, so who cares at this point, really? I think it's a weak tea thing to do to go after mental health. The difference here is, before someone says it, Amber's faked and lied about her mental health issues because she's never proven any of it. So I will happily say it's a lie until you prove it. And whereas Zachary's...
Look in general, I put the clip there. Sorry, go ahead.
Right, okay. Okay, I'll go and get it. Here we go. Waiting for Twitter to load. My browser.
Twitter is Twitter.
It's not that my browser's being.
I should have downloaded the
playing.
clip. Okay.
I'll go back to the start.
Like, it's just a really weird coincidence to me that, like, when I take weeks off, and I've done it a few times recently, let's hope that doesn't happen anytime soon, but it's just really weird to me that when I take weeks off, all of a sudden, Zachary Michael is going through mental health problems, and he can't post. And
first of all, you dumb ass fucking bitch, I have been so fucking nice to you about your mental health problems. I'm sorry. This is where I have been so kind to you, and while you were taking time off for your mental health during the time you were in Wisconsin, I was very fucking supportive of you. I have been going through a breakup. That's not just a coincidence. It is a thing that I've been going through. I have been nothing but kind to your motherfucking ass about your mental health, and you can shut the fuck up about that.
You know, I have a feeling Zachary and Michael might have been crossed there. Can't imagine where, though.
A little bit.
Yes.
A little bit.
Right. Well, I'm going to end this stream here because I'm nearly at 3 hours and I have to.
Oh, crap.
I have to go do other things this evening. I have a friend in the house waiting to hang out with me. He didn't join us, which is probably for the better because he would just sat here like going, "Why is that fat person on the screen?"
What the hell?
Yeah, basically. He's probably playing on the PlayStation. Thank you everyone for joining. We really
Probably.
appreciate it. There will be a stream this Saturday. It'll be Chantel again. Once I find a suitable topic, so it'll probably be her diet failure. Thank you again. We will see you then. Is there anything else we need to say? No?
Please join us next weekend.
That works. Say goodnight.
Night.
Bye.